and try to get out of that trade.
Start scaling up.
Yeah,
nice sound strategy. So that 15-minute candle that we were kind of looking at, getting a little worried about, doesn't look as dangerous as it did while it was in the process of forming. See if we get some follow through. While we're waiting for that to work out, we got a little housekeeping to do. We're gonna run through some stats that we didn't get to during fast markets this morning. You guys want to see some P&Ls from yesterday? See what our other live funded traders were up to?
Let's do it.
Oh yeah.
Check these out, guys. Here are yesterday's top 5 live funded P&Ls. Right at the top, Guanxi is number 9 on the big board. Ranked number 9 today on the big board with a nice day trading the NASDAQ. $17,663 out of Guan in the NASDAQ in the live funded account. Jeremiah, $12,010, also trading the NASDAQ. Ryan L, $9,797 trading the S&P. Johan mixed it up between the Dow and the micro Dow. Pulled $5,478 out of the Dow products. And Owen, $5,240 trading the NQ. Some pro ball trader stats right there. Real live traders pulling real live money out of the real live markets. Got some payouts to show too. We'll get to those in a couple of minutes.
I'm going to take a couple of micro Bitcoin here too. I'm long too.
Trade a micro Bitcoin. All right. Here we go, Hoop. Mixing it up. Long ES. Taking some Bitcoin.
118,310. I'm waiting for a pullback all morning on this. Yep. Long 2.
Long a couple?
Yeah. Couple bangers.
All right. Oops, in a couple positions. Long 2 MES from 6411. Long 2 micro Bitcoin 18,310. What's all-time high in the micro Bitcoin, Hoop? You got that handy?
I believe it is, last time I checked, I got it in front of me. One sec. 120. 123, I believe. Hold on. I got it right there. Well, see, now it's rolled, and that's the other thing. It just rolled from July to August too. So in the future, I'd have to pull up the spot. So I'm showing in the August contract, it's 122 even.
Okay. 122 even, all-time high in micro Bitcoin.
Risk about.
Check back in on the tilt real quick. 66% long ES, 64% long NQ, 64 long in the crude, and gold tilt's building to the long side. 64% long in gold right now. House count's still long in the crude. Last trade 67.84, tapping on the ceiling of new highs as we speak. Current high 67.90. We're just a couple tickies away from that right now. Holding on to a pair of micros for runners. I'm going to scale down to a 3-minute chart on the NQ here, see if it looks a little different. Starting to see a little structure on the downside. Don't want to see it go much lower than this. Where's
Nope, we don't have much more room to put in a higher low here. If we start losing 60s, we're just too close. We'll probably take low a day.
How deep did you put your stop?
It's just in the mid 60s. Because I mean, if we get into the 60s here, we're pushing the lows of that strong 15-minute candle that we had. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's not looking good.
We need to see that pop real soon.
Yeah, we need to see
Andre in the chat. Andre's in the chat wants to know if we're going to test these lows again, if we're going to rotate back higher.
That's trading. Manage
15 record. 15 record closes for the broader equity markets so far this year. We talked about that in the opening call. And we make today 16. We need some rotation higher.
Sodbuster's telling me to get out. Hindsight's got it nailed. Yep. Get out. Get
The
out.
chat's tell.
Get out. Chat's there for me always.
Chat's there for you. What's the old adage, Hoop? When the mailman starts giving you stock tips, you know it's time to dump
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
A little bit more selling coming in here. Volume is not impressive at all. Weak volume.
No.
It's ticking lower.
Algo's maybe digging in here.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I'm gonna pull up the dome. I want to read the tape for a bit.
That's all right.
NQ is real thin. 4 or 5 up on the minis. As soon as I pulled it up, we got a little buying.
Keep doing what you're doing, right? So that we're never superstitious in trading, right?
Never.
Never.
Superstition doesn't exist.
Never. Yeah.
Here we go. Some nice buying volume coming in. A little bit of buying volume, I should say. Max Leverage in the chat correcting me. It's not the mailman. It's your cab driver. When your cab driver starts giving you stock tips, the end is near, or the high is in. ES pushing up. NASDAQ was trying to push up. More sellers stepping in once again.
Starting to really.
Will you time this trade out, Braden? If you're not seeing the reaction you want, or you just hold it?
Yeah.
Stop?
I mean, I've got a very tight 10-point stop, so maybe I'll just let it run the stop. But hopefully, reaction to the upside sooner than later. Yeah, we might get taken
5-minute bar. Just
that was it.
Yeah, and we'll probably take low a day of 60. I mean, this is probably going to take low a day, so I'll hold off and let it take that low.
Got yesterday's value area low, 23,462. Looks like it might want to make another test of that. Consensus in the chat says new lows. Andre, put the question in. We didn't put up a poll. We just asked the question. Are we making a run for the lows?
I really think sometimes you have to let, whether it's a loser or not, and just doing a couple seasons of VIP is where traders are always moving their stops and adjusting it, pulling it away from it, and never letting the trade take out, and it creates bad habits. So if I make a decision to take a position and I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I live with it. I'm not going to pull my stop down, move it around. You have to be, in your setups, you got to be committed. If you're wrong, you're wrong. And I can't always say I was just that guy, when I first moved to the screen. So accept losses, guys. It's part of our business. Just make them, manageable.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was one of our.
I am going to tighten my risk up now, just because he was talking about that. And I agree. You got to let the trades play out. In this situation, just because it's pretty much if this low doesn't hold, there's a very high probability, in my opinion, that we do take the lows. And this is kind of, since we're getting the reaction, since it's now or never, I'm gonna cut my risk in half at this point and drag it into the 70s. My stop's 6 points higher than it was, and if we test these lows again, it's not gonna look good. So
peeling off the risk.
You try and be right too much, and it's just
Yeah. Do you want to be right or do you want to make money? That's the question.
Damn straight.
Speaking of taking losses, our weekly kickoff email hit inboxes Sunday night at 4:30. There's a nice little section down there about how to be 1% better trader every single day. That should be your goal. To improve by 1% every day. And this week's lesson was rolling losses. I think I quoted this exact quote yesterday, but here it is again. The pros don't cut losses quickly because they're smarter than you. They do it because they've learned that small losses stay small, but big losses get bigger faster.
So true.
Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah, 100%, JD.
I was trying to push that 490 level again. That could start to look good.
Looking nice. We're right back to settlement again. We're getting
Yeah.
real close to settlement again, I should say. 23,490, 491.
But ultimately, sellers are just grabbing it every time we start to see a decent move,
Yep.
and then
Mhm.
sellers take it again.
You only trade NQ?
Yeah, I trade mainly in Q and sometimes gold, and then a
Oh, that's
couple
right. I think you did
others.
say last time you were dabbling with gold a little bit. That's right.
Yeah, I haven't been able to read it well just because that massive range on the daily. So there's just a ton of
Yeah.
levels that it can be bouncing off of that I just don't have a good read on
Yeah.
it, so I haven't been trading it. But yeah, I had a good time trading it a couple months ago when it was running into the all-time highs. It was great to trade.
Mm-hmm. Well, guys, I promised you some payouts a few minutes ago. Do you want to see yesterday's top 5 live funded payouts?
Got some big ones.
There are some decent ones. Look at Juan being up here. $33,243. Nicholas K, who also hit the Nicholas K hit tier 1 of the live funded performance bonus yesterday too. Took a $19,000 payout, hit the $15,000 cap, got a $1,000 bonus, and he took a payout. Nicholas K is having a great week here in his live funded account at Top Step. He's only got to make 5 more to hit tier 2 and get another $5,000 bonus. I think that is the most attractive tier bonus structure I've ever seen for anything. You hit a $15,000 mark, you get a $1,000 bonus. You only have to make 5,000 more after that to basically double your money. You get another $5,000 bonus once you clear another 5,000. Real nice bonus structure. Zin up there took home $12,449. Alex H $10,250, and Jacob $6,000. Those are yesterday's top 5 live funded payouts. More pro ball trading there.
Pulling that kind of money out of these ranges is so impressive.
I got
It's
cut out of
very
that
impressive.
position there.
Dinged out on
Yeah.
that one? Gotcha, Braden.
Yeah. So I'll just wait now for low day to get taken, and I might be open to trying to take another reversal trade, but I'm not going to touch it until we take that 435 level out.
Gotcha. Still looking to trade from the long side, though. I understand. Oop, how's your ES and Bitcoin trades looking right now?
The beauty of ES, right? It's a slow mover. Just got stopped on my Bitcoin. Lost $46 on that. So
Paper
yeah.
cut.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Take a look at the ES.
And then
metrics here.
I want plenty of bullets for the rest of the week. You know, I remember Mick.
Uh-oh. Did we just lose Hoop?
The moves are ready to happen, and you're just standing there. You know, it makes it worse. You know, so once again, I'm just trying to take paper cuts here. Still up
Yep.
about.
Hey, Hoop, you did get cut off there for a
300
little second. I don't. Maybe it was me. I don't know. But I heard you. Last thing I heard from you was I remember Mick saying. What'd you say after that?
And he's out.
I think we lost him again. Yeah. All right. Hoop's getting cut off. That's all right. He'll be back. We're going to have Gabe come in just a few minutes. We got some jabs to cover.
Great.
House account, still on a couple crude. We're up a couple $100. Another check in on the tilt. Not much movement. 66% long ES, 64% long NQ, 64% long crude, and 64% long gold. Seems like buyers are trying to step back in, according to the tilt at least. Sellers jumping into the ES here. Do you like buying new lows as opposed to selling new highs, Braden? Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I do like buying new lows. I'm just really, I do think. Well, the truth is, sellers have had total control of this market since the open. Off of that, just buyers became really exhausted on NQ into the all-time highs up there in the 650s, and sellers have had total control of this market. And so I do want to take a long trade, but there needs to be a reason for buyers to take control of the market again. And so for me, as long as just there's too much momentum to the downside. You had an opportunity there to try to hold Monday's lows, but this is not looking good. I'd stay out of it until we take Monday's lows, and then maybe if there's enough sell orders under those lows to spark a reversal, then buyers can find an excuse to take it back. But right now, they don't have control of it, and every move is just getting rejected hard. So,
Yeah.
God,
I found it important to wait for structure too before diving in and trying to catch a falling knife type of scenario. So I agree with that 100%. All right, guys. I promised you jabs, but I was mistaken. We have Gabe coming in for On This Day in History. Gabe, whenever you are ready, what happened on this day?
All right, taking a trip back to July 29th, 1958, President Eisenhower signed into law the National Aeronautics and Space Act of 1958, establishing NASA. He did this after being criticized for allowing the Soviet Union to launch the first man-made satellite to orbit Earth, which was Sputnik 1 in October of 1957. That is your trip back to 1958 to NASA's creation. Back to you, JD.
Thank you. Interesting history of NASA. Look up where most of the scientists came from. Or don't. I don't want to scare anybody.
Chat's calling me out that I'm using dial-up.
Can you even...
Did you see the
What's
AOL
that?
guy run across the bottom of the screen before I got cut out there? Did you guys miss that one?
The
I
AOL
love-
guy run across the screen. Nice. Good to have you back, though, Hoop.
Yep.
All right. Things have gone a little bit flat. The Thunderdome is quiet from right now. Last trade in the ES, 6407. Last trade in the NQ. What is last trade in NQ?
Here we go, 60s breaking down.
60s. We're breaking down now, yeah.
yeah, I'm still looking for a reversal trade, but it's got to take. For me now, this is nothing bullish about this, in my opinion. So I'll let it take the low of day. Two birds with one stone. It'll take low of day, and it'll also take Monday's low of day. So we'll see if buyers can find control under those lows.
Airhorn cattle.
Airhorn
Trying to buy
cattle.
the ES.
Are you still?
That's
are
the
you still
only
working bids
thing.
in the...
I'm gonna get stopped out right here.
Okay.
Bing, Hogue just told me I got filled. So about $240 on the day. That's the only thing. I get points in my career where I tend to, and especially in combines, I got to watch over leveraging. I know Gabe and I have had conversations about this before. So a lot of times my slap on the wrist is to go back to a 50K to just get back in a smaller, more base hit mentality. And the only problem is cattle does not have micro cattle. So the amount of risk you take inside of a 50K, even with a one lot in cattle, can get, if you're only using 10% of your 50K as a loss limit, in cattle in a day, that's, a 100-point move happens pretty quick. So once again, I get to watch more in a 50K than probably participate a little bit more in cattle on a 50K.
Interesting. Sound off in the chat. What's everybody paying for a pound of ground beef at their local butcher, food mart, whatever?
Wagyu. Don't get Wagyu.
We got one more story to share. Remember how Warren Buffett was always pushing people to get into the railroads? He bought huge amounts of railroad stock.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
For many years, and now we're seeing
That and Dairy
another
Queen.
huge. And Dairy Queen, yeah, and McDonald's. He made
Mhm.
or Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
Berkshire Hathaway makes $1 billion a year off of Coca-Cola dividends alone. Dividends
That's
off that one
crazy,
stock,
man.
$1 billion a year. He's been slowly buying it for 50 years. Same with railroads, and now we've got a huge railroad merger about to happen, just waiting for approval. But a multi-billion-dollar transatlantic railroad is about to hit the U.S. Let's cue that up if we could.
Two of the largest U.S. railroads plan to combine in a $72 billion deal that would create America's first transcontinental freight railroad. Union Pacific, which serves the western United States, and Norfolk Southern, which serves the eastern parts of the country, announced the plan on Tuesday. The deal still needs regulatory approval. The Trump administration's antitrust regulators have appeared more willing than the Biden administration to approve mergers in certain industries. Rail customers are concerned any merger could result in service problems and supply chain disruptions, but the railroad promised Tuesday the deal would benefit their customers.
Very cool.
Thought they were going to talk
you don't hear
Amtrak.
Yeah, you don't hear people talking railroads that much anymore, but still huge in the shipping industry.
Don't ever
Now we're
talk
seeing it pop in
Amtrak.
the NQ.
Yeah. I'm trying. Yeah, I mean,
Let's see, on my range bar, this should be a short.
It really looked poised to take out those lows and just kick right back.
They ain't done yet.
yeah. If the theme is that sellers continue to take it every time we get a buying move, then it maybe still will. But yeah, there's definitely an attempt off of these lows, or 30 points off the lows now.
Oh, we got some answers in the chat about the price of a pound of ground beef in your local community store. Rhonda's paying $8.95. Etnandraco is paying $9.99. $7, $8, man. Yeah, prices are getting out of control. Helicopter Tech $2.99. You live on a cattle farm.
That might be the
ranch.
73% content one there, and it might have a little something else in it.
6409 last trade in the ES. Getting real quiet again. Who's got a trade on still? Poopy, flat everything?
I am kind of almost tempted to short this area to bounce to get that retest.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's the difference of, you know, the time at the top of the hour will always tend to get a little more movement. So like with Braden looking at 15-minute bars, I think sometimes you got to be careful looking at 5 minutes too much, because especially when we get the chop going, it can cloud a little bit. So
Buyers still stepping in equities. 23,491 settlement in NQ. We're getting close to that again. Let's see what's happening in our crude oil trade. Pulling off just a little bit from the highs. We're back down below weekly kickoff high in crude. Last trade 67.65. I'm going to ask Hogan in the back if we should just pull this trade off, let it go. We've been in it since 8:01 a.m. Central Time this morning. good 3 hours and over 3.5 hours in this trade. And it looks like this is the rug pull that I was afraid of getting caught in earlier. Hogue, if you're out there listening, watching, advise us, please. Hogue will be here for the recap, the morning recap in just a few minutes, top of the hour. He'll go over the trades that we took in the morning, trades that everybody took in the morning, and just recap the day's action. Got a little liquidity up top here in the ES. There's about 200 offered at 64.10 half. That's all I'm really seeing on the ladder right now.
Now micro Bitcoin rallies.
It's all about timing, Hoop. Timing.
Oh man, right? Yep. It's changed how it's traded too. It's not traded since it was the first of the year to now. It trades, smaller ranges, a little bit tighter, does the gold thing, tends to sweep lows and then bounce. Yeah. That's why I haven't traded as much as I did earlier in the year. It was more volatile and moving all across the place, and now it's kind of like everything else, kind of compressed a little bit.
Yeah. Braden, do you have any secondary markets you like to look at? Times like this, when equities are going a little bit flat, things are going sideways. Is there a market you will turn to? Do you look for liquidity elsewhere or volatility elsewhere, I should say?
Yeah, I look at gold. Gold and NQ are my two. I really haven't traded gold in some time, but yeah, usually it's just NQ or micro NQ, that is. But I'll take a look at gold. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it. Gold
Let's
and
take a
NQ.
look at gold. So we're hovering around right around 3-week lows in gold, 3,300. We were talking about this quite a bit on the opening call this morning. Some quotes from institutional traders saying any dip below 3,300 is just going to keep getting bought up and bought up. There's been some great opportunity in gold the last couple of weeks. I won't say it's been predictable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I won't say it's been predictable, but it's been a very clean range.
Yeah.
Going back to late April. There's very sideways price action. I'm looking at a daily chart right now. And it doesn't get much more sideways than that unless you're looking at a 100-year corn chart,
You're going to bring the corn chart out. Bring it out.
I don't think we need to do that now. But what were you going to say, Braden?
The gold is, it's just in a massive range. Like I said, it's been tricky to trade. But yeah, we just had a massive sell-off. This is one of the quickest reversal moves that we've had. Anytime we've tested 400 and sold back to 3,300, it's one of the cleanest and quickest moves. And I would have to say, if you're kind of a price action trader like myself and you're watching these candles, this is probably one of the weaker reactions that we've seen from buyers off of this 3,300 level. So whether it holds or not, I would kind of start to maybe look at some of the price action there. What are buyers telling us off of this level? Yeah, as of now, it's holding. But once again, even if it breaches, there's just a ton of levels in this massive range. Like you could go test 290s and hold 280s, 270s. But yeah, that's for me. That's strong momentum to the downside, and one of the weakest reactions we've seen off this 3,300 level. And however long we've been in this range, weeks, months, I guess a month or two, or I don't know. I haven't really looked at it, but I mean, usually you see nicer reactions.
It all got triggered on that EU statement last week. That when the trade deal came out with the EU and that was announced, that just put a big old pop in the balloon in gold. So we've had 4 straight down days, and maybe the Fed and whatever comes out of that changes it around tomorrow. But yeah, I agree. That thing turned on a dime, and usually we're used to, I agree, Braden, the buyers just come in and plow in and that market bounces back. But it's definitely 3,300 to 3,290 is definitely those levels where if we start losing structure in there, it could be a pretty good pullback.
Very fair. We had some great success trading the opening range trades in gold last week. Just looking at that 1 minute candle, 7:20 a.m. Central Time. Monday and Tuesday, the 1 minute low held as the low for the entire day. On Wednesday, the 1 minute candle high held as the high for regular trading hours that entire session. Excellent opportunity in gold. Let's check back in on our equities, though. A little bit more buying stepping in. Not a whole lot, though. Gone pretty flat. Call this rangy now, too.
Mm-hmm.
What an ugly looking pattern right there. But that is sort of a textbook channel down, regular trading hours channel.
And there's no size either anywhere.
Would you say we're breaking out of the channel or just moving sideways?
Barcode.
Barcoding, yeah.
Yeah.
Getting closer to the settlement price again. We see rejection off that. Might be a good opportunity for a short. You can't break back through settlement. Just been jockeying for position around it for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I always found it fascinating how price likes to rotate back to settlement. And,
magnetic at times.
Yeah. Just wiggles around before making a move.
Mm-hmm.
Just tries to sucker more people in. Leading sheep back to the slaughter.
Yep. There's no size.
Hogue got back to me. Only place Hogue sees to move the stop to in our crude trade is 67.40.
Yep. I see that.
Let's take a look. I see that also. But let's lock in some more profits. I moved it up. We're working 67.39 stop and crude. Locking in a little bit more profit. Not a whole lot. We're only running 2 micros right now. So if we don't get another leg higher here, we have peeled off our risk and locked in some more. All right. All right, we got about 1-2 minutes left here. Braden, who's watching it today? Anyone you want to say hi to? Give a shout out to?
Yeah, anybody that came over from the YouTube. My girlfriend always has a stream up whenever I come on Top Step, so she's watching.
Nice.
Big shout out to her. Always super important to have support from a spouse. I feel like that's actually a huge part of trade. She supported me. Yeah, it's you have to be very fortunate to have somebody that really will support that that journey for you, and she has been great. So, but yeah,
very good.
Shout out to them.
Awesome. Are you streaming every day, or just kind of?
Yeah, I stream every day pretty much. Yeah, more so whenever I feel like it. I need to get on a better schedule, but yeah, I mean, sometimes the markets just aren't, sometimes just not a trade. And if there's not a trade, I don't really tend to get on the stream. Like right now for, this to me isn't a trade until low of days get taken. And maybe that happens. Maybe it doesn't happen at all. Maybe if it does happen, it's a little bit later in the session. But yeah, I would not take a long here, and I admit, so fortunately not a great setup. So
yeah,
I think didn't chat say we were going to go to 6,400? Isn't that what I kind of swear like 10 minutes ago that we were going to swipe down there and go there? But we're going to go somewhere else first, right? Because ES has come back to 64.12, and yeah, it's just I agree with you, Brayden. It's just this is a good time to get sliced and diced sometimes. And if there's not, like, I think, what do you ride bike? You go for a bike ride, or I go to the range or get some golf balls, or
I will be going for a bike ride after this. Actually, I'll go on my I got my mountain bike, and we'll go and do the trails, and then I'll come back and check back into the market closer to the close, and hopefully ES does look better, I will say, than NQ.
Yeah.
So I don't know the
Mhm.
It looks better than NQ. NQ against these equal lows looks everything's picking up now. So
Yep.
hopefully everybody's trades well.
They are.
I think it's important what you were just saying too, Hoop. I think the markets, especially the equity markets, specifically, they're inherently designed to do whatever screws the most people out there, especially retail.
You get
So
100%.
the sooner you can recognize where the trap traders are, where they're trapped from, what direction they're trapped, you can execute on that. But it takes a little bit of experience, a little bit of knowledge.
Mhm.
Anyway, guys, our time is up here. Braden, thanks for joining us for the Thunderdome. Next time we're going to get in there, we're going to sling some size. I don't care how slow the market is. We're getting in there. Hoop, nice job getting into a trade. Appreciate both of you coming in, sharing your trading knowledge, your experience, and just being all around great guys. All right, we're going to step aside. We got Hogue coming in for the morning recap, and then another edition of Hogue's Angels and Lunchbox Trading. Anne Marie and Deanna are here, and those three together are always good for a great teaching moment, and I'm sure they'll put some trades on too. But again, Braden, thank you for joining us. Always a pleasure having you here. Number 20 on the big board, Braden C. We're going to have you back again real soon.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Thanks, JD.
All right, folks. You got it, Hoop. All right, guys, we're going to take a short break. Morning recap is coming up right after this. Top Step TV. Let's go.
Traders, welcome to the morning recap. What a good morning it was. It was wonderful to have Lance Breitstein on the program. $1 million trader, really a nice guy. Great that we have this now relationship with him. Maybe we're going to get him to coach some of our 6-figure traders into 7-figure traders, which would be absolutely wonderful. I'm thinking, pick me. But I don't think I'm allowed. But we will see. So no opening range trade this morning in gold. It turned out to be a good idea, although some interesting things happened in gold. We'll check that out after we look at the trades that were taken today. We did take an opening range trade in crude oil. This is the 30-minute chart. We were looking at this zone up here as supply going back to this area. We have taken out that supply. All right. What does that mean? Well, the market opened above the range from yesterday, regular trading hour session range. It traded within a tick of closing that gap. The opening range was left at the low of the day. So the opening range trade got us long 5 MCL at 67.21, opening range breakout. We are still in 2 of those. We got out of 3 of them up here at 67.61, up near the weekly kickoff high of 67.70. Now, the market has looked above. It has pulled back to 67.70 weekly kickoff high in a little bit of magnetic form here. Now, let's take a look. What do we do here? Do we fish or cut bait? We've moved our stop up to 67.39 right there. All right. We're trying to hold on to this. We've got the initial balance high. I would like to see price maintain above that initial balance high, 67.57. What I'd really like to see is for some sort of rejection below weekly kickoff high and see this market continue this push to the upside. I don't see any real reason for that to happen. I don't see any real reason why the market rallied this way, other than the fact that it opened above the range, leaving the opening range at the low of the day. We're seeing some buyers coming in. What do we have as far as delta? We have negative delta. We've got negative 850 in delta. So opening there, trading higher against the more aggressive traders would indicate possibly some longer time frame buyers coming into this market. There are those that are saying $70 is in the cards for crude oil. Nobody knows that for sure. We're really just kind of magnetic around this weekly kickoff high. We're going to try and stay in this trade for a little bit longer. As our good friend D tells us, crude oil has a tendency to go against the trend late in the session. We're going to try and hold on to this for a little bit longer, and we'll see how this plays out. There were no trades taken in the S&Ps today. However, some kind of important things. When we opened, the NASDAQ really pushed and took out its new overnight all-time high. We haven't taken out Sunday night's overnight all-time high yet. We don't think that this is going to be a lasting high, because rarely is it ever. But the S&P's left the opening range at the dead ass high and has traded down to one of the weak lows that we've been talking about. We've got a weak low 4 days in a row last week. That's indicating shorter time frame, weaker hands buyers at those levels. We had the afternoon pullback low from here on the 24th. That is where the market kind of found some buyers and is returning back into the previous day's range. So looking at these, I mean, you would think that this tiny little afternoon pullback low would be a minor level. I mean, a lot of folks don't even look at them, but when you start putting them on your charts and they are unrechecked, they can be really valuable levels. And at the very least, they offer you the opportunity to limit risk. Let's look at the NASDAQ now. So the NASDAQ, whoa. All right. So the NASDAQ opened with a gap. Okay. There was no sense of a gap close on the open. As a matter of fact, the opening range for the NASDAQ was initially left at the dead ass low. So we have conflicting information there. We have the S&Ps with the opening range at the dead ass high. We have the NASDAQ with the opening range at the dead ass low. This was rejected. The market did come back. We did take out the initial balance low, showing rejection of the initial balance. Where did we trade down to? We traded only down to the low of yesterday's session, almost to a tick. buyers started to come back in, and we're really just kind of holding inside of value from yesterday's trade. This is that afternoon pullback low in the S&Ps that we were looking at. This is a late spike to the upside and another afternoon pullback low. We didn't get near any of them. All right, let's take a look at the trades that were taken. All right, so Jay was the first one sticking his toe in the water, looked for a long here at 23,614. Just a quick profit on that, and a good thing he took a quick profit on that. It wasn't in profit for very long. Got out of that one at 23,640. The house account was looking for longs against these lows here, I believe, is really what we were looking at, and maybe somewhat of the early range that was established up to that point. We got long, I think, 5 MNQ. The average was 23,550. We did get out of one of them at a profit, and the others out of the rest for a small loss. I think overall the trade was a loss of about $75. No big deal. Dakota got in a pretty decent short here. I believe he edged 4 on. I know the average was 23,559.75. He covered one of them at 23,544. Out of the rest at 23,530. And that was pretty much the gist of the activity that we had during fast markets. Now let's take a look at gold and what happened there. So when we were in the opening call, we talked about the idea that gold was going to probably open in a repair. Yesterday was a double distribution trend day. The market opened, balanced, rejected that balance quickly, and created a new area of balance down here. So what does that mean? Well, when the market opens the following day between these high volume nodes or accumulations of time, the tendency is for price to reach one of these high volume nodes or times or time accumulations, or both the upper distribution, the lower distribution. First thing the market did was trade to the lower distribution. There was a poor low left at this bottom, after the bottom of this. Don't really like that. But the market then rotated higher, and where did it trade to? And kind of through the upper distribution of time and volume before falling back inside the initial balance, looking for this market to be pretty much range bound for the rest of the day. Now, one last thing. The reversal pattern that occurred at the high. What would you call this, chat? Would you call this a shooting star? It's a 5-minute chart. A 5-minute shooting star. That was the reversal. The market came all the way back, almost to the initial balance low. Shooting star. Nice reversal there. That was a pretty good. Move. All right. On that note, let's jump into the quotable quote. Oh, hey, all right. Lance Breitstein was talking about growth and trading, going from a non-profitable trader to zero to a profitable trader, and then expanding your profitability from that point forward. So this quote, I think, really aligns nicely with some of the things that Lance was talking about, and that is, a seed that fears dirt will never become a tree. Comfort is the enemy of growth. I've heard it mentioned a million times on the trading floor that if you want to become a bigger trader, a more profitable trader, you're going to have to expand your comfort zone. The first time you do it, it's very uncomfortable. The first time I put a 5 lot on in the trading pit, I was so scared. My hands were shaking so much, I couldn't even write the trade down. Luckily, it was a good trade. There were a couple other locals around willing to take 3 or 4 off of me at that price. But it was the first experience in trading that kind of size, and it's something you have to work into. So expand, increase your level of comfort at higher and higher levels. As always, we're all looking forward to your trading success. And that is it for the quotable quotes. Very excited again to have Dee and Anne Marie with me for the next segment. Lunchbox trading. Get your ham sandwiches. Get your slice of cold pizza. Hell, get your margarita ready. It's coming up next here on Top Step TV. Let's go. And an even quarter bid, half bid, the orders bid, even bid. Now I'm a seller. Quarter, half, the orders, and even.
To
Welcome to Lunchbox Trading Traders. Always a pleasure to have two of my favorite people in the world with me. We've got Deanna, we've got Anne Marie. Hopefully, you've got your lunch, and maybe a couple of you have started day drinking already. That's all right. We are here to talk about markets. Anne Marie, Deanna, always a pleasure. Deanna, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you, Hogue. How are you?
I'm out of my mind, but I just absolutely love this. So that's the way it is. Anne Marie, how are you doing today?
You know, I stay out of my mind, so I'm pretty happy that I have someone else in the same state. So happy to hear it.
All right. Well, we were talking in the green room, and Anne Marie was talking about a couple of trades that she's got set up. I think one of them just fired up. Anne Marie,
Yeah,
you want to tell us about these trades and what about them?
absolutely. So I've been looking a lot at this order flow and falling madly in love with it, understanding that there are some complexities around it. And so that's been part of the fun journey. But I just had a short trigger in micro Bitcoin up at the area that I saw the traders really compressing in terms of price action. I've been using an hour chart, and I can see
Okay.
that one of my favorite things to do, as some of you know, is to really work through what's happening in this opening candlestick formation when we start trading. And early in the morning, we spent 7 hours battling around this area, 118,750. And I had seen
Okay.
a lot of traders really sort of bundling in the order book there, whether buying or selling, they're just all in that space, meaning buying to get out of the trade or buying into the trade. And so my thought process is that if it breaches the edge, it's going to come to the top of that heavy congestion. And so I'm going to add in a little because my scenario is that we are landlocked between 119,000 and 118,000. I was watching Hoop go for the long, and I immediately went to the order book and I said, if he could hold on a little bit, that's going to be a nice trade. I was waiting down at the floor at about 117,800. So that trade was a nice move. So looking for that. In oil, I'm looking at the daily charts, and we had a little bit of OPEC news come out, and I think it's just, oil's getting pushed around mostly by the ranges than anything else. So I am looking for a little bit of a blow off top that catches all the traders who think they want to go short at this level here around 67.70, because it really is a topping formation from a daily
Weekly
chart.
kickoff high.
Yeah, nice. And so, which I was so happy that MP said this morning, hey, Hogue, those levels are really working. And boy, do they. So, hat tip to you, of course, always great from, coming from the guy at the top of the heap to notice. So that's super. All of us certainly do notice that every day. But I'm looking for the blow off top, the traders that get caught flat footed. Watch for the stop run. I'm going to try and take the short at 68.26 and then run it back into the IV for Friday, which is 67.16. The last trade that I have set up is an ES, the U contract. And I am looking for a test of settlement and a reversal up there. So I'm looking for a little bit of a grinding motion back up. Our volume profiles are hideous. They're so big and fat and messy. We always
Juicy.
know that's awful trading. So I'm just waiting for it and seeing if it'll go. I also have a buy at the low of yesterday and another buy at the bottom of the implied volatility for Tuesday, which is 6,395, seeing a lot of traders in the dome trying to set up buy zones there. So
I can see that. Nice. So JD, I know you're in the back there. Anne Marie just set our target for our crude trade here. 68.20. Another 50 points. That would be good. She's looking for a blow off top. We're still holding on to two of those from this morning. That would be a good exit.
Very nice trade. You guys have just
Anna,
done
don't
so
think you're
well
going to get
with those.
away because we got to find out what's going on with you today. But we do have a little bit of housekeeping to do. JD is going to come in, talk about a little bit of news for us. JD, you handsome devil, get in here.
What's up, guys? Well, we got some new tax rules for charitable donations coming up pretty soon. Starting next year, how you donate will affect your tax deductions. Standard deduction filers can write off up to $1,000 in cash gifts, $2,000 for joint filers. That's double the old pandemic era limit, though. So non-cash gifts like clothes or food will face stricter limits. Those who itemize their deductions will, for the first time, be allowed to deduct their cash contributions only to the extent they exceed 0.5% of their adjusted gross income. The new tax rules are set to take effect in 2026, next year. New tax bills for charitable donations coming down. Hey, let's talk about this crude trade for just a second. So we adjusted our CYA on it and we moved the stop up to 67.39. Is that not giving enough room? Should we move our CYA back to where it was originally, or are we in a safe spot right now?
I think that's a great spot.
Yeah. Well, there's another swing low that we could actually move it higher.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah. Like 67.60, 67.59. You don't want the round number.
Oh, 59. Okay. So you want to move it. That seems a little tight, doesn't it? We're trading 68 right now.
Yeah, I would agree. It's a bit tight. And we also have a minor GEX level right of 67.50. So I would keep it at 67.40.
Yeah, and there's a lot of congestion there.
67.37, just to make it really weird.
37?
Yeah.
I'm moving it down 2 ticks to 37. All right, 67.37 is our stop.
Well, that's gonna make us or break us right there. That 2 tick move.
2 ticks.
Although,
all right,
if it's gonna trade 67.40, it's gonna trade 67.39.
Yeah. So my idea is that it trades 67.50, but it doesn't go any lower. And if they just overshoot a little bit, then you're cushioned with the 37 stop, then 59 or 40. So that's just like my orientation.
Sounds good.
Well, we're not going to need the stop anyway. We're getting out at 68.20, like Anne Marie said.
68.20.
Yeah.
I love it. 50 bucks or 50 points. 50 points.
Yeah. So, Dee, what do you
Thanks,
notice?
CD.
Thank you, JD. Dee, what do you notice about this time of day when oil has got such a solid move to the upside? Do you see the potential for more upside, or do you think that it slows? What do you notice?
That's a great question. So usually on Tuesdays, let me just bring up the crude oil chart. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm not too in favor of doing any major reversals, primarily because it's a single-sided extension of IB, and we have some bi-weekly crude oil options expiring Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's something they brought in last year in July. And I've noticed that the price tends to be more one-sided on those days. So I'm not super crazy about shorting this, even though it is in a precarious position now, because at this time of day, you usually see a bit of a wiggle to the opposite side of whatever the day is done. But right now, I'm just seeing passive buying continuing. You know, every time somebody sells it, there's somebody else that comes in and pushes it back up. So I like the idea of a blow-off top, definitely. And then maybe some kind of a reversal. But yeah, so I wouldn't be messing around with what I call the day range fill reversals, which are high probability on other days. It's just since they brought these new options, They just haven't been happening on Tuesdays and Thursdays on crude oil.
Well,
Interesting.
we do have negative delta up against the highs here. That could create our blow off top at the end of the day.
Yeah. Well, we'll see in about 4 minutes because that's when they usually start. And if they don't start then, the last 2 minutes tend to be a little bit precarious before settlement.
Ah, okay.
Good.
Yeah.
And settlement again is at 1:30 Central Time, and we're not going to have you here to tell us what to do, so we're going to have
I'll
to
be in
figure it
chat.
out. Ah,
I'll be in chat.
excellent,
Oh, I'll keep an eye.
excellent. Well,
Yeah.
Dee, you've been, kind of not trading your live account today, trading a little bit
Yep.
in the trading combine. You've got
Messing around. Started a failed auction a while back, and it just hasn't been able to crawl back even over VWAP. Right now, it's trying to go below this 16 EMA line, and I do have the value high as a sort of a first orientation point. I don't know whether we're going to get it because it's a very quiet day. The reason why I'm in a combine is because we have FOMC, we have summer doldrums, we have NFP later in the day. All of that, even though it doesn't affect natural gas that much, it still causes a little bit of trouble and bounciness. So just removing risk and, still kind of keeping an eye on things, just, maybe trading a little bit more than I normally would. And just seeing what happens. So obviously a little bit more size means that if you lose a couple of trades, you easily get to, 1.2K down in like a couple of trades. But yeah, let's see what happens. It's certainly an interesting spot here. We just went below the gamma wall, so that could be a major orientation point. They tried to go lower, bounced a bit back a bit. Again, summer, there's just no follow through anywhere. They kind of go up, then they chop. They go down, chop. And it's just July, right? So that's what happens.
Yeah.
And because of that, I'm just messing around in a combine. So yeah.
How seasonal is natural gas? I mean, of course, demand is far greater for it in the cold months, but that's what futures is about, is hedging for that. Do you notice some noticeable differences in price action in summer versus winter?
Yeah, it goes very choppy. Yeah. The only thing
Summer.
that doesn't suffer from summer that much is gold. The other products across the board, they really slow down. And the problem with that is some people go, oh, just use lower stops. It doesn't work because in lower liquidity environments, one bigger player can take the majority of the order book. So that's not a very good strategy for the summer. So I still keep the same size stops, but my targets are a bit smaller. So rather than going for 100, 120, 200 ticks, I will be typically going for, 50 to 70. And if we get there, great. If not, that's fine. But yeah, it's back in the day, I used to actually take the entire August off because there was just like nothing going on. Obviously, in the last few years, we've had some rather interesting events. So it caused some outlier summers to occur. And I think maybe that seduced some of the people who have only been trading for 2 or 3 years to think that July is like this really great period to trade. It isn't. Like statistically, you go back 10 years, it's literally like watching paint dry. I would rather go stick pins in my eyes, to be honest. It would be less painful. So yeah, again, going to a combine or going to a practice account, even just to keep a pulse on what's going on, keep your skills sharp.
Sure.
But generally not to put any real risk because it's just a meh period. And here we are, copper sort of in the same situation. Tried running some copper shorts, kind of worked, and then it sort of grinded to a halt, and then I just lost the will to live, so I decided to exit. And then it moved, and of course then it moved as it normally does.
Let's not.
So yeah, it's the summertime. It's the summertime.
We do have some
we have
comments
to.
from Trump coming out right now.
Oh,
He
really?
said he just
Okay.
spoke to dissent. Discussion with Starmer. Oh God, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Well, that's just something else. We didn't discuss dropping tariffs on Scotch whiskey. Trump
Okay.
on the China meeting, they had a very good meeting. I'll be brief tomorrow. Trump on China will either approve or not. India may pay tariffs 20 to 25%. That's India trade deal, of course, not yet finalized. I don't know if any of them are ever truly finalized, but it does seem that there may be a little bit of progress coming. We've got S&P's trading 64.16 quarter, NASDAQ's 23.510. Gold really kind of settling here on that IB high. It looks like 33.23 half, and crude continuing to push higher now, 67.78, 8 ticks above that weekly kickoff high, 67.70. And we've got another little bit of housekeeping to keep up with right now. We've got JD coming in with XFA hot streaks.
Let's do it. Here are your funded trader hot streaks from yesterday. These are the XFA hot streaks. Up at the top, Sylvain hanging in there for another day. 47 days worth $15,158. David L, 30 days worth $11,466. Naveen now on 27 days worth $9,567. Vi, 27 days also worth $9,068. And Anas trading a 50K XFA 25-day heater with $14,515. All these traders, with the exception of Naveen, are trading the MNQ. Naveen is trading the ES. We did lose one trader from yesterday's list. Michael R., who was on a 46-day run, did hit DLL yesterday. No longer eligible for the hot streaks list. Got to start all over again. But don't feel bad for Michael. He was taking payouts that whole time. So 46 days. He had a very nice P&L too. Five-figure P&L, and he was taking payouts. So big shout out to Michael R. for hanging in there as long as he did. All right. I'll be back in just a little bit with your live funded trader hot streaks. Catch you in a few.
Thanks, JD. All right. Back to the markets. Anybody making money?
Nope.
Not
Hey,
yet.
Marie, your background
Yeah.
keeps flashing to a different flash.
I know.
different
No
flash.
idea what's happening. Maybe I should put. Let me see if I.
It's your magnetic
lower
personality,
it. Yeah, something like that.
a different aura.
Let's
Uh,
do.
D. I went to a
Yes.
Serbian wedding over the weekend.
Oh, how was that? A lot
They're
of folk music?
awesome, right?
Well, the scoop or scup starts at noon. The wedding was at 5, and the reception was
Yeah.
till midnight.
Yeah,
It's
a long
it's
day.
It's a 12-hour
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Only midnight.
Well,
Yeah, I
I'm sure
know.
like,
Yeah.
I'm sure
He
the bridal
left at
party in that
midnight,
wedding.
is what he was
I
saying.
made it to 11. That was about it.
Yeah.
But they start
Yeah,
drinking
it's
at
Yeah,
a
noon.
fun
did.
affair. Yep.
Yeah. Again, this late. Some of the weddings that I've been to, they start at 9. So yeah, it's a bit crazy.
The
So
I
do
still
you,
remember when my sister was getting married. We had a whole bunch of cousins that we didn't even know existed turn up, and we went from her inviting sort of about 50 people, 200 people turned up, and I was like, what's going on? And then I got kicked out of my house because they were like, well, your cousins are sleeping in your bed, and I was like, where am I supposed to go? And my mom was like,
well,
I don't know, just go
the
somewhere.
church
Mind
was
you, I was
absolutely
17.
absolutely beautiful. The church,
it really
I mean,
is.
it was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you have
So
the priest doing a whole long old Serbian
he sings the whole
reading?
thing facing
Yeah.
away from the congregation.
Yeah.
It was cool to see. It was beautiful. The church, they said it took 15 years to do all the paintings.
Wow.
Yeah. So
It was
beautiful.
unreal.
Did
Yeah,
they
Right.
our
did they
churches
wear
are
the
lovely.
crowns? Did they wear
Yes.
the crowns?
Yes,
Yeah.
they did.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's quite
Yeah, it really was.
it's quite
Um,
beautiful.
So, all right, let's take a look at your positions. Anybody killing it? Seems pretty quiet right now. I'm kind of liking
Yeah,
the
it
idea
is
that
pretty
crude oil is holding
quiet.
above that level, but how are we looking?
Yeah, a little bit of a wiggle on natural gas just now.
So, Dee, I actually wanted to ask
Ooh, look
you
at that.
Yeah.
a couple of questions. I talked
Sure.
to I love Top Step Discord. Going to give it a shout out. Trenton there really run the show. It's absolutely fantastic. A lot
yeah.
of people contributing. A lot of great things going on in Discord. Ooh, do you see the bounce there? No, they just ran a bunch of stops.
Yeah,
Oh,
there
there
it
it
is.
is.
But what I do get in my DMs are questions from folks that are always talking about our lingo. And you had two things that you mentioned, and I thought it would be great for the traders to hear. One, the definition of the order book and what that actually means when you're staring
If
something
I
down.
can,
And then
if I
two,
can interrupt just
this
for a second, I apologize. I just want to show everybody. Yeah, we did get a pretty decent rip to the upside in crude oil that took out about almost half of our negative delta away on that pop alone, but we're still minus 600 and continuing to grow negative. So this is your blow off coming, JD. Put an order in 68.20 and Marie has set the price.
I love that.
All right. I apologize for the interruption. Please continue.
No worries. And I'm sorry about my camera being so glitchy. I've tried to shut everything down, just not sure what's going on here. So yes, order book and gamma walls.
Yeah. All right. So order book, when you're looking at the dome, really all the orders that you're seeing, they're just limit orders waiting to get filled. That's all they are. And it can be by anyone. It can be by you, me, somebody's made Dave down the road. It can be Goldman. It could be anyone, literally. So that's all it is. It's just some orders waiting. And if we have thicker areas, depending on what you're trading, they may act either as magnets or as accelerators or as a stopping point. Which of those really down to context and the type of product traded, because every single product has their own behavior. Crude oil tends to shy away from big orders. It sort of comes very close to them, but then sometimes just never quite reaches it and just drops away from it. But that's because crude oil on most days actually has a short bias. So if the orders are higher up, they will make an attempt to run it up, but then most days, especially now, they just run out of steam. So, when you take something like NASDAQ, I would say that those orders will act as magnets and then they run through them. What happens after, again, matter of context. But usually from NASDAQ, they blow everyone out and then reverse for a little while, but then just carry on whatever they were going to do. So every single product has its own little behavior.
And we
What was
see
the
that
second
from
question?
level 2?
Gamma wall.
We see that from
Yes,
limit
it's all level
2.
2.
Okay. Yeah.
It's all level 2 data.
And that is
To me, it's
available
easier
to Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, go. No, go.
No, you can get level 2 data from Top Step. It's just part
Yeah.
of the features that you can have as an add-on, and
Yes.
very useful if you're watching price. So yeah, the second question was the gamma wall.
Gamma wall. It's basically a price where the highest volume of either calls or puts are located in the most simplest of ways. Again, what happens there, matter of context. If you have, let's say, a call gamma wall in equities, a lot of the times they will be either revisited or they might act as partial stopping points. Primarily because equities have a strong upward bias. So very frequently we see things like the market, like ES running through the gamma wall, and then revisiting it, and then you act again as a bounce point. Let me just have a look at where we are today.
D, would you say it's volume or open interest at certain strike prices and puts and calls?
I think it would be open interest.
Open interest.
It's open
Okay.
interest. Yeah. So it's basically prices, strike prices with largest open interests, if we want to get super technical.
Got it.
I'm not a huge options expert. I do trade them, but I would never call myself, I'm an options expert. I just know how prices behave around them because I've watched them long enough to know that, especially at certain times of the day or the closer that we move to expiry, some weirdness is going to happen, usually in the form of either a reversal or a short squeeze or something like that. But it also depends. Sometimes we have expiries where all of the moves were already done. Again, contextually, if you have events that have already priced in everything, it tends to be a bit of a nothing burger, as you like to say, Hogue. So
Holy
yeah,
cow,
to me,
look
they're
at
just
crude oil go.
orientation
I
points.
know. That's
Look at
gotta
it
be
go.
news.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
man.
is for sure going to be news.
Yeah, it
Got a
is.
target,
And
though, yeah?
here it is. Trump is changing the Russia deadline 10 days from today. 10 days for Russia to reach an agreement with Ukraine. And that's hot stuff really just coming out. And in the last few minutes, it's probably got a lot to do with what crude is doing. Hopefully we're still holding those two contracts. I thought 68.20 was a good exit, but boy, we're 20 ticks through that now. All right. I apologize. Just want to get that
Do you
news out
think
there.
that's risk off now? Equities down, risk products up?
Yeah, I see that. I see the ES fading.
Yeah, it's coming off.
That's what usually tends to happen because it's to do with the war potential. It's like, World War III and all of that.
Oh, let's do that. Oh God. Pray for peace, everyone. Pray for peace.
Yeah.
But yeah, it certainly seems to be putting some downside pressure on the equities. They're still inside their day session ranges. 6406, the S&P is 23,476 for the NASDAQ. Not a real big move, anything from crude here or from gold here just yet. That might be something that could change the outcome of gold at the end of the session here, but past the settlement price here. But all right, I
But with
apologize
gold,
again.
because it's Russia. Russia is oil, right? So like if it
Yeah,
was Australia or something, then I would be, or South Africa, I would be like, oh yeah, gold.
gold.
But
Yeah,
this is oil, so with the risk off in relation to Russia, I would expect gold to not do much. However, I would expect oil to go up and equities to fall because they're more sensitive to risk on, risk off, whatever is happening. So yeah, I reckon
right.
we've got a little bit of a sell-off going on now, nicely as a risk-off sentiment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So D, you were talking about those GAX levels and the options strikes.
Yeah. So for me,
Sorry, so
whenever I'm trading outright futures, I would say that they are good orientation points, especially if you have a nice space between one strike price to the next. So like, let's say you have gamma exposure level 1, and then you have another one higher up. If you break number 1, there's a really high probability that the next zone of interest, a reaction zone, if you want to call it that way, will be that GAX2 level. It's very, very options driven these days because the options volume has come up so much. If you look at SPX, Jack brought out that chart the other day, and it's like something like 63% of all volume on the day is coming from 0DT options, and it's all retail. Like retail is now bigger than institutional side, which is a little bit scary to think about. But again, that's the kind of market state that we live in now, and we have to adapt. How did Mick put it that one time? Adapt to die. So that's what we're going to do these days.
All right, JD.
Oh, it's going to stop me out.
We have a little bit more housekeeping to do here. We've got LFA hot streaks, live funded account hot streaks coming up. JD, come on in.
Let's do it. And yeah, we did cover that crude trade when we set the price at 68.20. I put the offer in.
Done. All right.
So we are flat crude, up about $300 on that trade. Trade of micros.
Good deal.
Not a bad little trade. All right, here are your live funded trader hot streaks. Dated yesterday. John N still at the top. 10 days were $3,533. Picked up just over $300 trading the ES and the micro ES. Mark R is back in the mix. Took about a week off, but came back and continued his hot streak. Now at 10 days, we're at $3,866 trading the NQ. Wafang, $33,538 on a 8-day heater. Made another $2,890 trading the NQ yesterday. Wafang is having just an absolute killer month in the live funded account. Jacob, who we saw on our payouts list, Jacob took a payout of, I just had that number, $6,000 yesterday. So nice week for Jacob too. He's also on a 7-day heater with $2,486 on this little streak he's on. Picked up a couple tickies trading the NASDAQ yesterday. Dalton, $8,333 on a 7-day heater trading the MNQ. Those are your live funded trader hot streaks. Pro ball traders, each and every one of them.
Real money. Real
Real
traders. Real money. Nice. Thank you, JD. Boy, this is the daily chart that I'm showing on mine. That breakout above that 67.70, I mean, obviously we know that it's in large part news driven, but look at the space above. Are there any kind of targets that you guys can find for if we were still long these two contracts or a potential turnaround? I mean, we don't want to do that after a release of news or something like that. But I mean, I don't see anything until we get up to 71.66. That is really my next level where I'm looking for a naked TPO point of control all the way up there. Is this that? I mean, of course it's important. Do you think it could drive that far?
I mean, if it's risk off, then yeah, sure. Glimpse of the old crude, 350, 350 ticks, $3.50. That used to be the normal range that we got. And every so often when we get news, it will run to 350 ticks. Sometimes it's 400 or 500, but we'll see. I mean, other times we have some focus on the news, and then as we near settlement, they just sell it all right back. So
that was the 23rd of June is that big down bar, and now we're back up
huge
inside
drop,
of that.
Yeah.
That was a $56 move in the regular trading hours. $56.
Yeah, that was a day we don't see very often on crude.
No. I really don't want to see another one to the upside. I much prefer having cheap gasoline.
But do you think that that structure requires repair and therefore might warrant it going all the way back where it came from?
That's a very interesting question. I think eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that naked point of control, 71.66. It's just hanging out there like a target. And if traders if they're focusing on it, they'll find a way to bring price up there. Seems pretty expensive though. I know some people were talking about $70 crude in the near term, and well, we are headed that way. It looks. Do you see anything to lean on the way up there for to get into get back into the longs?
That 67.30 shows up for me. But then there's also 68. And then
68 I like. I think 67.30 might be a little bit out of the range right now, but 68 if it gets back down there, yeah.
Yeah, and then 69.30 is the next rise to the next area, but that 68 zone is really, it's noisy between 68.04 and what is that, 68.30? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty explosive. The ES is coming down. I should get a fill. I'm going after yesterday's low, not this morning's low. Not yesterday's low, excuse me. The low of, what day is this?
Today's session.
No, looking for July 24th. That congestion.
Oh, got it. You know,
Yeah,
there's
because I saw in Bookmap a ton of traders sitting there. This morning we had like 400 contracts floating around there. They disappeared when price action started really moving up. Let me see if they're there still.
I see what I mean about Tuesdays not being good for the reversal. Whatever happens,
Yes.
there's always something. It's like as if it, let me put my tinfoil hat on for a minute. There's always something, some kind of news that tends to push it in that right direction. So is it maybe the market makers fueling and exaggerating the moves? Because, you know, it starts to run and then there's the options in the mix and everything. And they're like, oh no, we need to buy more. So any excuse on Tuesdays and Thursdays to kind of keep pushing it in that one direction. So that's the time not to mess around with the end of day fade. We used to do like the settlement fades all the time in crude, and then that kind of went away, and then the options, biweekly options, got introduced. So it really put a wrench in the works on how crude oil behaves in those days.
Yeah, that's a good observation to remember.
Natural gas getting to my value high now.
Nice.
But it's just so pathetic because it's like, oh, it looks like a massive move. It's like only like 25 ticks. This is why I like to look at ticks and not actual dollar amounts, because it looks like it's like, wow, this is a great move. But then you really measure it and you put it in context of how much normally natural gas moves. This is like nothing. Somebody could just go like blow on it and it can ping back up 30 ticks. So yeah, summer.
So
We're seeing some orders down below near 311. So it's very likely that that could be an area of interest. And then whatever's causing this drop in natural gas in its own world. You did ask me whether there's any seasonality to it. I haven't seen that much. Obviously, it can sometimes go up during the summer, but we're just stuck in a range on larger time frames. We're just kind of chopping and with a slight downward skew. It looks like it's accumulating, but really it's struggling to make a higher high on the daily chart. So I think we've got some more selling to do in natural gas. Maybe if there's like some horrible hurricane or something, that tends to push it up, but otherwise not
obviously
really,
what's pushing crude higher is not pushing natural gas higher.
No. Yeah, which again is a little bit odd because Russia also has a lot of natural gas, but clearly they supply more to Europe than the US. So obviously the US markets are like, nah.
So
whatever.
Let me ask this question. Do you think that might have shorts got in trouble and had to cover since so much of the
there's
very
a little bit
big
of that. Yeah, there's got to be a little bit of that. For sure.
Are you talking crude oil?
Everyone's short crude oil. Yeah.
Yeah.
I promise you, folks, I do not have a disco going on back here. I have no idea what's going on with it today.
Although she's been to the disco before. Well, we're just about out of time here. They turned the lights on. It's closing time, last call. But as always, Appreciate the both of you very, very much. Thanks for your wisdom, knowledge. You guys getting psyched for VIP season 3?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I've been working my fingers to the bone with content. So hopefully,
Excellent.
yeah,
Excellent.
yeah.
All right.
It'll be
Well,
fun.
as always, much love to you, and much love to all of you for hanging out with us today. We've got a new rising star coming up for the next segment, Deshaun C. In just a few short weeks in the live funded account, Deshaun has risen to number 71 on the big board and has taken more than 50K in total payouts since starting with Top Step in March of 2023. Looking very much forward to seeing and meeting Deshaun. Deshaun, of course, will be joined with JD and Coach Hoop, and we're going to have a VIP draft as well. So blessings to you both. Blessings to all of you. Trade well. Looking forward to your success. This is Top Step TV. Let's go. And an even quarter bid, half bid, the orders bid, even bid. Now I'm a seller, quarter, half, the orders, and even.
to.
Welcome back, friends and traders. Good afternoon. This is Rising Star, and we've got a great new Rising Star to introduce you today. Joining us live from Cleveland, the great state of Ohio, number 71 on the big board. He's a live funded trader. We've got Deshaun C with us. Over there, the other bookend, Coach Hoop. We've shared the spotlight a little bit today. But Deshaun, welcome to Top Step TV. How are you feeling today, buddy?
Feeling good. Thankful to be here.
Awesome. We're happy to have you here.
Yep.
So the first question we always like to ask our new guests here on Top Step TV is, how did you find Top Step? How did Top Step find you? What got you into trading? What got you into futures? Let's hear a little background. What's the story?
So I got an older brother named David. He kind of got me and he told me about the stock market back in 2018, 2019. I kind of researched it on my own. So I started off trading options for about 2 years, and then I found out about Top Step just from a Google search. So
Oh, really?
got into Top Step, and then it's been like futures ever since.
Out of curiosity, what were you searching for on Google that Top Step popped up?
I was just because around that time it wasn't really prop firms, so it wasn't really a thing. I was just looking for just more ways to keep making money with trading, finding like other
Sure.
ways to make capital. So I came across Top Step and just went on.
So options to futures, that seems to be the most popular path
Well,
to Top Step these
seems
days.
to be
Right?
the path, right, man? Yeah.
Yep.
Almost every new guest we bring on started in the
100%.
options markets
Mhm.
and moved to futures. What was it? Did you get turned off of the options market? A story that we
No,
hear quite a bit is
uh,
I made a whole money real fast and then I lost it real fast.
yeah. See, it's kind of like that. So like once I started trading futures, I started realizing like the numbers are just very different. I started getting more attached to futures than options.
hmm
I believe that.
Yeah, sure. What are you saying? What are you seeing, Hoop?
No, I mean that's just it's kind of amazing. It was the total reverse when the industry started because you couldn't get that deep into all the options now with zero DTEs and all that.
Yep.
It's definitely you talk about a market state change. It's just amazing the newer traders that start in the option, but yet they kind of end up coming back to futures because I just think I think the opportunities are different between options and futures 100%. But yeah, that's cool to see. What do you trade, Deshaun?
Mainly NAS and sometimes gold and ES.
Cool.
What's your favorite? So you start with the Nasdaq. If it's not moving the way you like, take a look at the gold.
Yeah.
The S&P.
Usually it's NAS, and if it's not moving how I want it to move, I just switch right over to gold.
That's a good move. We were talking about that in the previous segments. We've been talking about that all day, all week for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
There's plenty of opportunity in gold right now. The structure of that market right now, going back to April, it's just pure sideways range trading. It's giving you the answers, right? Buy the low and sell the high. That's
Exactly.
obviously it's not that easy. You get chopped up in between a little bit, but you could see where those
Right.
highs and lows are, where people are stepping in to buy it, where people are stepping in to sell it. And you keep playing the range until the market tells you to stop playing the range. Once it breaks out, then you stop playing the range.
Yep.
But how's it going in the market today? You hit a little snag overnight, locked it up for the day. But
Yeah.
let's talk about your strategy a little bit. When you're putting on a trade, what are you looking for? Well, first, what were you trading overnight? Were you trading the Nasdaq during
NAS,
the limit session? Yeah.
Yep, Nasdaq.
You
So usually I mainly just look at price action, and when I mark my charts, I usually try not to mark them too much. I just get main support and resistance areas, and I just trade simple bounces and just liquidity sweeps. I try to keep everything like real simple.
Yeah. I subscribe to that too. The less on your chart, sometimes the better. I've got a couple. I keep volume up. I got the Top Step daily levels indicator up. I've got a VWAP and a 9-bar exponential moving average. That's it. My charts are clean.
Yep. I love the
I draw
VWAP.
lines. Yeah. There's so many different ways to utilize the VWAP too. It's become a real popular sort of indicator the last couple of years. We've had Brian Shannon on our show a few times talking about it. He wrote that book. And I just drew a blank. What's the title of Brian Shannon's book?
VWAP?
Is it just VWAP? I should have known that.
No, there's a couple. He's got a couple different ones too. You know, anchored VWAP. It's a great tool because it's very simple. It's just you can use it in so many different ways, JD. You know, depending if you want to anchor it to a session or if you want to anchor it, you know, I use it on a daily. I'll anchor it to the year, to a yearly VWAP, just to get you know, when you're trying to widen out a little bit. So yeah, I agree with Sean. The VWAPs, it's a good one. It's definitely one I've only started to really use in the past year. So
I see a lot of comments coming in the chat that his books are about VWAP. Yeah, thanks guys.
Yeah.
Oh, maximum trading gains with anchored VWAP. There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Courtney. All right, back to the market. So, are you getting into the markets right on the reopen, 5 o'clock Central Time? Is there a certain time of day that you like to trade?
I love the New York session. So right at 9:30, I'm looking for an entry. Sometimes I will look for an entry in pre-market, but sometimes, you know, pre-market can be way more volatile at times. But I'm looking at that opening, and if it hits my specific levels, I'm not going to hesitate to get in.
Good. That means you've gained the experience of knowing and trusting your trade setups and your strategy, and you're getting in no matter what.
Yep.
That's takes a lot of maturity to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So, but you've been doing this for quite a while now. You've been here at Top Step for just about 2 years, over $50,000 in total payouts, and a live funded account, which you're doing pretty well in. I was looking at your trade report just a little while ago. You're getting pretty close to hitting the tier 1 of the funded trader bonus.
Okay.
A little ways to go, but you're almost there. 12 days in this. After 12 days in this live funded account, 25% hit rate, but you're up money. So, I mean, looks like everything's going pretty good.
Yep.
All right. What market are you looking at right now? Is anything catching your eye? You thinking about doing
usually
anything?
like I stop trading around like 10:30, 11 o'clock. I'll set alerts, but I won't really trade past that time. Only because I just like the way the market moves in the first hour, 2 hours of the day. Everything after that, I don't really like the price action.
Yeah, it does kind of slow down during those lunch hours. That's when all the volume is. The open and the close. Those are the two most popular times of the New York session. That's when the institutional traders are in the market conducting their business. They do all their business on the open and on the close. That's why you always see those huge volume spikes right at 8:30 a.m. Central Time. It's not a coincidence. Those are the old pit trading hours, and people still respect those hours.
Yeah.
Big volume spikes later in the week between end of the month and non-farm Thursday and Friday. There's going to be a lot of volume then.
A lot of volume. Yeah. Thursday, last day of the month. A lot happening this week.
Yep.
We've got the PCE number out on Thursday, last trading day of the month. Options expiring. Man, it's going to be a big week. Well, it's already a big week.
Yeah.
All right, Deshaun, walk us through one of the trade setups you took overnight. What got you into trouble?
So overnight, I was really testing a new strategy. That's kind of why it didn't really go as I expected it. Let's see this off. I
This is
hopped in
the
the trade. I
Nasdaq
wanted
we're
to
looking at.
trade.
This is the
Yes.
NQ. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
What's a typical time frame that you're looking at? You like higher time frames, lower time frames?
So for the strategy I was using last night, I was using the 1 minute chart. But
Okay.
usually I use the 5 minute chart for entries, for my scalp entries. I don't remember exactly what I did yesterday because, like I said, it was a new strategy I was working out. But basically, I just took I took it long basically and just got killed.
Killed. What does that mean? Are you trading? So you said you're looking for scalp setups. What kind of size are you trading? So you're in the market pretty quick.
So usually I start with like 2 contracts, and as
Mhm.
momentum increases and volume increases, that's when I start sizing in. But as I'm sizing in, I make sure to keep my stop loss either break even or a little bit above break even in case it just shoots right back down. But usually I'm only taking long positions. Rarely do I go into a short position. And that's kind of what happened last night. I went into a long position thinking it was going to keep pushing, and it just dropped.
How did you first establish that bias of only trading on the long side? Did it
I used to do both. It's more so like I don't know. I just feel more comfortable in longs than shorts.
Yeah,
I used to
get
do
that.
both though.
Makes
Like I
sense
can see
in
the
equities, that's for sure.
yeah. It's like I can see the longs better than the shorts.
Yeah.
And even if I
Mhm.
see a
Mhm.
short, I still won't take it most of the time.
There's nothing wrong with that either. You know, the stock market has a natural tendency to keep going.
Hey, I think I see a couple people in chat thinking we're going to get a swipe of the lows again, which that
Makes sense.
I wouldn't be opposed to that. That we get another we swipe the lows again now. It's a little different. So
It looks
crude
like it's
keeps
setting
pumping.
up for it. I'm looking at a 3-minute chart, but on a 15-minute chart, this looks like a textbook bear flag, doesn't it? A little higher,
Yeah.
a little
Mm-hmm.
higher time frame.
Mm-hmm.
So you could say trading back below yesterday's value area low, 23,462. We might see a bit of a breakout or a breakdown. Again, we're still trading inside range, inside value from yesterday. As our good friend Mr. Hogan would say, we are sitting on our hands waiting for better trade locations. But the setup looks pretty textbook for a bear flag. Here we have our textbook.
Probably some stops underneath that 64 too, JD. You know, big fat round number, probably an ES, probably 96. You know, 95 area right in there. You know, everybody tries to get cute and put it right up against the big fat round number and pull like 3-4 handles down, and then market comes in, swipes it, and then goes the other direction. So.
Story old as time, right?
You've seen that one happen once or twice, right, JD?
I've read that book, that's for sure. All right, I see our man Gabe in the back. He's got some oh, maybe he's not ready yet. Whenever you're ready, give me a thumbs up. We got some trader wins. We got some jabs to go through in just a couple minutes. Back to these markets, though. Oh, what was I talking about? Let me delete these. Almost a textbook.
Swipers.
Bear flag setting up here. We've got our flagpole down, and our flagging pattern going up, which means if we get a breakout for this pattern to complete, we look for a breakdown or a breakout to the downside. That's the typical movement of a bear flag pattern. Sean, do you put any stock into chart patterns? Are you familiar with chart patterns? Do you look at them?
I do. It just depends. I don't use all patterns, but like one of my favorite patterns is the cup and handle.
Yep.
Sure.
But usually I just go off of like trend lines, if anything.
Trend lines.
Yeah.
Yeah. The trend's your friend until it bends. Andre, put that in the
Exactly.
book if it's not already in there. Tell us about trend lines. Where'd you learn about them? What do you like about them? How do you trade them?
I pretty much learned just probably like every other trader off YouTube, just watching other traders.
Mm-hmm.
If I put a trend line like on my chart now, I'm just using it. I like to see like at least 3 touches,
Yeah.
at least 3 touches for me to even think about placing a trade. If it don't even
Mhm.
touch it at least 3 times, I'm not gonna even.
Can't really trust it, right? If you don't
Um,
have at least
Yeah.
3. I agree
No
with that,
discipline.
bud. hmm
yeah, or I would set a trend line and just wait for the trend line to take a position on it. But I just like I said before, I like to keep everything like very simple. I try not to overcomplicate stuff because usually that's how people mess up their own trading, trying to add too much or just play your own tricks on yourself, messing with your mind.
It takes a long time to learn those rules too. How many hours do you think you spent watching YouTube videos on trading? If you had to take a guess.
All right, so I started trading in 2019. So at that point, I was watching YouTube probably at least 4 hours out the entire day.
Oh yeah.
Then a year or two subsequent to that, all day. As much time as I can dedicate to YouTube and just learning about trading, all day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's so much excellent free education out there on YouTube. There's a lot of crap too, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't forget
being
about the crap.
through-
Yep. Mhm.
being able to sift through it and find the good stuff, it's an art form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
Oop, what are you seeing in the markets right now? You eyeballing any trades?
Nah, not really. Like I would just set alerts, but I don't like to trade after 11. Like I said, I'll wait till either like a London session or the next New York session. Even if it's a perfect setup, I still might not even take it.
Yeah. When you lock out
You know-
your live account, do you go back to a trading combine or anything like that? You got a practice account?
Sometimes, or I'll go to an options account.
Oh, you will. You still get your options brokerage account?
Yeah.
Interesting. Brad Sims, we appreciate you every day. Thanks for the like. Thanks for the subscribe.
Love
I gotta
chat.
stop reading the chat when I'm on here. I tell every guest that we bring on, don't read the chat while you're on live.
Don't
And
read
then
the
I turn
chat.
right
What do we
around and I
do?
start doing it.
Yep.
Read the chat all day.
We're all guilty of it, JD.
We know Brad Sims is a bell to beller. Love you, bud.
Well, gold's kind of doing the creep back up too towards the highs.
Yeah, let's take a look at gold. Yes.
I would take it in the micro, but like you were saying earlier, JD, the micro is just so right now in August is so thin. It's
a scary looking ladder.
Yeah,
I wouldn't take
you
the
could
OP
get
range trade
you,
today
you
just
could
because
get
the ladder was so
you
thin.
want to talk about a stop that could get eviscerated on a move in that thing right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's pull it up. I'm gonna take a look at it.
It's still pretty thin.
Oh yeah, still real thin.
Yeah.
Liquidity is a real thing when you're trading in the live markets, guys. If there's not someone to buy what you're selling,
Yeah.
the price just keeps going down and down until you find someone that will buy it.
Worst feeling in the world on
All
the
right.
floor. when nobody's there to take the other side of what you're trying to get the hell out of.
It's a real thing.
Yep.
All right, we've got Gabe in the back, ready for some jab now. Let's take a look at some trader wins. Come on in, Gabe. Oh, I guess not.
And they're gone.
No. All right. I'm still looking at this gold ladder, though. Man, it is thin.
That's scary thin right there, man.
Let's get back over to equities.
Like crude is really
Still creeping lower in the
there, man.
ES. We're getting closer to those lows in the ES. 5 handles
So
away.
JD, got a question for you.
What's up?
So for the one who talks lending and everything like that, so you put a sell order in to cover the crude at what, 68.20, right?
68.20, yeah.
So just think, if you had let that play out, and obviously it's completely a news event, would you on a pop like that usually leave a straggler or a runner typically, or would you just liquidate the whole position typically for you as a trader?
I would have, yeah. Normally,
You get where I'm going?
yeah, I get exactly where you're going.
Yeah.
68.20 seems so far. It was 50.
Oh, I know, dude. 100%.
Ticks away at the
Yeah.
time I put that order in. So I was thinking
Now
we
it's a
were either
buck
going to
higher.
get hit at the end of the day. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking we'd either get hit at the end of the day or something like that, or we just save it for the auto
Right.
liquidator type of scenario.
Yeah.
I didn't actually think that we were going to rip half a buck like 5 minutes
Right.
after Anne-Marie called out that price. It was pretty incredible.
Yeah.
By the time I realized what was going on, By the time I realized what was going on, it was too late to adjust the offer. I would have loved to have kept the runner on, but it was just one of those things, you know.
Crazy how that works, right?
Market Stalker D says Tuesdays, am I right? Yep.
Turn around Tuesday.
Turn around Tuesday. It's a thing. 64.05 last trade in the ES. 6,400 is the low. Deshaun, when you're trading the markets, are you all in, all out? Do you like leaving a runner? What's the longest you think you held a trade for?
Usually, I don't like leaving runners.
You're
If
all
I'm in full size, and I got a TP, I'm either closing it or letting it hit TP.
Got you.
Yeah.
Like I'll size in, but like I don't size out. I'll make a decision.
Yeah, that's fair enough. It's a typical strategy also. All in, all out, move on to the next trade. And that's good.
Yeah.
Experimenting with longer hold times is something I've been working on here the last few months. Opening range trades are a big help with it too.
And when I made the leaderboards for the top 3, I think I held that trade overnight. I got running and closed like the first of New York session.
You were on the P&L board recently? Was that it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was looking at when I saw your trade report. It was that day on where'd it go?
That's the beauty of a directional market, right? You catch it and it just goes and you just sit back and watch it, right? That's the beauty sometimes.
Oh, there it is.
Boy.
July 15th, $13,691 in profits.
That's awesome, man.
Up as much as 19,400. Way to lock that in too. Not giving it all back. That's so hard for some other traders to do. They get up 20 grand, they put on a losing trade. They want to make their $1,000 back. Next thing you know, they're hitting their daily loss limit, and it's like,
crude go.
Jesus, kill me. Is crude still
Crude
ripping?
is just flying. Oh man.
69.38 last trade in crude. Man. $1.50 higher from where we got out almost.
You can hear D saying, "Don't do it, Hoop. Don't do it, Hoop. Don't do it."
Short it. Short it.
Short it.
It's too high. It's too high to buy. Too high to buy.
Mean reversion. Mean reversion play coming. Yeah.
All right, guys. I think Gabe is ready in the back now. We've got some trader wins to go through. Jab,
What's
jab,
up,
jab
JD?
time. Here we go.
Here's the.
What's
All
up?
right. What's up? We got some jabs. We got practice your trade. Just past my second combine. Great work there. We got Edwin up 650 in the XFA. Good luck to you all today. Shout out to you, Edwin. We got Colby up $500 so far. The bird was indeed the word, Hogue. Shout out to Hogue. If you did not catch Hogue's entry into fast markets this morning, it was hysterical. So shout out to Hogue. We also
That was
got
great.
Jimmy up 252 on the down move, another $200 in the XFA, locking it up. We got Philip made $140 on the leg up and 110 on the leg down. All that in less than 25 minutes of work. Time to enjoy the sun. Thanks for this opportunity. And Yahav locked out my combine after $1,238 with the ES trade. Great work, you all. We missed your jab. Obviously, we still see you. We recognize your effort, your perseverance. Keep jabbing away, and we will see you back tomorrow. Back to you, JD.
Thank you so much, Gabe. Love seeing trader wins out there. So, Deshaun, were you filling out those VIP forms to get involved in the VIP experience here at Top Step?
I haven't done it yet, but I plan on doing it.
Oh, cool. Yeah, we had those forms up for a couple of months, and we're just starting to draft the teams now.
Okay.
We're going to have another one in just a few minutes. We're going to draft Coach Hoop's team. Let's call it 5 minutes or so from now. I'll get the thumbs up from the guys in the back when they're ready to go, but it's exciting. Hoop, let's talk about it a little bit.
Mhm.
So, what's the plan for your VIP squad? Season 3. Are you changing up anything from last season?
I am. I'm going to try and get a little more info. I've made a Pit Raider profile sheet. And it's just kind of, call it a background sheet of what markets you trade, what time of day, just to kind of, call it a syllabus or whatever you want to call it. I think getting to know more of the traders that are in there, and once again, the experience level. I think I think first season, I assumed everybody in the VIP has been here a while. A lot of new traders, just kind of going through some things like, you guys talked about it the other day, what a scalper is. What I thought a scalper was, and what I've learned in 2 season, I'm like a long-term stock trader. It's it's defining that, holding a trade for 15 minutes for some people is a long time. So I think I want to get a better handle of, what people are doing, what their background is, and try and, any good coach is always trying to mold what they have, not try and reinvent the wheel, I guess, is the way I've always felt it. Um, whether when I was coaching hoops or golf or whatever, it's that same thing in trading comes true. So I trade a lot of markets. I should say I look at a lot of markets as well. So I try and try to instill to some people that either have been in Discord or either in the VIP before, the accountability thing, like letting a trade play out. Those are all different things. I think just basically trying to get a little deeper in who the VIPs are and try and touch on those areas. And once again, I try to share a lot of other things and let the traders figure out which one they want to pursue more. It's like you were talking with Deshaun, spending 8 hours on YouTube going through, VWAP to MACD to, once again, all this content can be overwhelming. So I think I always try and narrow it down for the VIPs a little bit. So.
Very good, very good. Yeah, the definition of a scalp, it's very vague. It's very subjective.
Mhm.
The modern day definition of a scalp is definitely not what a scalp was when I was taught what a scalp was almost 30 years ago, 25 years ago. A scalper in the bomb pit was buying ones and selling twos, buying twos and selling
Exactly.
threes. You know,
Right.
That's
Yep.
one single tick on a 5 ladder or something. You know, in and out all day long, just hitting brokers with paper, or hitting paper that the brokers are bringing into the pit, and just trying to scalp a tick or two off of it.
Yeah.
I know that definition has changed. The prop world in general has changed the definition of what that means. Deshaun, what's your take on it? The scalp trade.
What would
How
you
long do
call?
need to
How
be in the
long
market
would you
to
say a
consider
scalp
it a
trade
scalp?
is?
Yeah.
I would say no longer than 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. 15,
Yeah.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
Anything longer than
Scalp
that,
trade.
I would consider it a day trade or like almost an intraday trade.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Waiting on that. Let's check back into the markets. We haven't looked at the tilt since we started here, guys. Let's see what the tilt's doing. I'm going to refresh my platform real quick. Pretty flat across the board. Again, 60% long ES, 60% long NASDAQ, 51% long crude, 68% long gold. Crude just settled for the day. Getting some action off of settlement in crude, 1:30 p.m. Central Time. Settlement price is established by the exchange in crude oil. Saw a little pop right at the bottom of the hour.
Yep. That New York close.
New York session close. A little bit of pop in equities too. Not much though. We're still hovering just above the lows. NQ bounced off that lower channel line again on this potential 15-minute bear flag. See if that starts to play out or not. Might not be till power hour we get some real decent price action.
And you know, the other thing, JD, I'm, 30 years around the markets. I was an education major out of college. First, my brother asked me for him to clerk in the pork belly pit for the summer, and the next thing I know, 10 years later, I was still on the floor. I just try and share just a little bit of price action and things that we've been through certain times of years. I talk about seasonals. So once again, I try and educate because I think everybody jokes around ACH. It's futures will, if anything you'll ever do in your life, that from negative crude to what happened in April to carry trades, just when you think you've seen everything, futures will definitely show you something you haven't seen before. So that's what I also try and share, is maybe speed the learning curve by, call them paper cuts or, tire marks of getting run over myself. I think when you talk about that with traders, it's saying, hey, you know what? I never thought about that. Or so that's the other thing I try and do is, educate.
Awesome. Yeah. And you're good at it too, Hoop. All your years of experience
Appreciate
has
that.
really made you a Class A coach
Yeah.
and teacher here. We're happy to have you.
Thank you.
All right. Coach Jay in the chat with the tough questions. Deshaun, this one's for you. Coach Jay wants to know 50K plus in payouts. What did you do with the money? You don't have to answer if you don't want to.
Most of it I saved, and the other stuff I spent it on like stuff for fun, like dirt bikes and motorcycles and stuff.
Oh, now we're talking.
Treat yourself,
Dirt
man.
bikes and
Yeah.
motorcycles.
And then
It's good to have a
I
hobby.
bought a whole new setup too.
Okay.
What'd you got?
Invested in your platform. Nice.
Yeah. So I got
Couple
3 new
monitors,
monitors,
a new
a mic.
computer. Yeah.
Yep. The whole
I
shebang.
see the green screen behind you. Are you starting to
Yeah.
stream on your own too? You got your own YouTube show and everything? You're building it?
Just started it, I want to say a week ago.
Cool, man.
Okay. How many shows have you done so far? Are you trying to do it every day or just whenever the
I've only
mood kind of
done
hits
one
you?
so far. I'm just right now. I'm still trying to get a better PC. So my next payout,
Mhm.
I'll get a better PC, and then I'll be fully up and running.
Keep reinvesting. Nice.
Exactly.
Oh, hey guys, I just got word in the back. We are ready to do this. Everyone in the chat,
All
go
right.
tell your friends, get into Discord. The draft is about to happen. Coach Hoops Pit Raiders Season 3 VIP. Let's run it. Here they are, your newest members to the Top Step VIP experience. 50 new Pit Raiders joining the club. These traders are going to get 3 months free in the 100K trading combine, 2 free resets a month. Activation fee waived if they pass through the trading combine and make it to the funded level. Plus access to a Discord with a dedicated trading coach. In this case, the Pit Raiders will have private access to Coach Hoop in Discord for the next 3 months and beyond. So congratulations to these 50 traders. This is the 4th team that we've drafted. We've got 7 more to go this week. By the end of the week, we will have all 11 VIP teams drafted. They will all have everybody will be on their teams by then. I hope somebody in the chat made it. Shout out, raise your hand in the chat if you see your name. Those are Discord user handles that you see there. We're also going to post
Looks like
these
I got
to
another
a,
Mandy. Maybe we'll have to bring the other Mandy in to do a little drop-in insight.
How about that? Another Mandy, another Salt Lake City sniper.
Sniper. Yeah.
We're going to post all these to a website too. We'll post a link to that very shortly. You can go back and double check and see if your name is on any of the team rosters. But congratulations to these 50 traders.
Got it.
Looking forward to tracking their progress. Azalana made it. Nice. Anybody else?
Our main chat guy got it, JB.
Who's that?
Shubham.
Oh, Shubham got
up
it.
a little further. Yeah.
Missed it. Let's see.
Way up there.
Oh, Shubham's in. Nice.
Yeah.
You see, good things happen to good people, you know? Shubham's there every day.
That's awesome.
Delight to have around. Nice contributor in the chat. Yep. Congratulations, Shubham. I'm happy for you, buddy.
That's awesome, man.
Very awesome.
Big pressure on me now.
How do you get into VIP? We had we distributed a whole bunch of forms to fill out throughout the course of a couple of months. So you had to be here live on Top Step TV in order to take advantage of those. And if you filled out, the people that filled out the most forms got the most entries into the draft. And then we held the draft just a couple of days ago. Well, we're holding the draft right now. We started the draft yesterday. And we're drafting team by team. 50 traders on 11 teams, 550 traders altogether. We'll reap the benefits of Season 3 VIP. What an awesome program. I said it earlier today. I want to get the name changed to Top Step Scholarship. See about that, though. I don't think anybody else likes the name. I'm all alone on that.
Crude making new highs.
Crude still ripping after settle. Look at it go. 69.47.
$70 maybe tonight?
$70.
Bumping.
Why would it stop at 70? 70 seemed like a pipe dream this morning.
Right.
We got long in that opening range trade. 67.21 at 8:01 a.m. Central Time.
I think the new thing is you should always leave a runner for the liquidator on that in that market. I would put that in my crude book, JD.
Always leave a runner. That's what the micros are there for, right?
Mm-hmm. There's another one. You never get hurt taking profit, right? How many times did we hear that either too, right? Yeah.
Yeah. We made one trade today in micro crude. We made $300 trade in micro crude. That's a day. I'm okay with that. All right. So, Deshaun, are you gonna be a bell to beller now? Are you gonna get in on season 4 of VIP? Does that program sound enticing to you?
Yes.
You're already in the live account, though. Like I said.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think that's something I would like to be a part of.
It's a great value. It's a huge benefit to the traders too. Dedicated access to a Discord room with your favorite coach.
Yeah.
How often are you going to be holding meetings, Hoop? You got a plan? You going every day, every other day?
I think I'm going to stick with what I did before. I usually I did 3. So typically I would always do one during the trading session. Once again, you got people from a lot of different, sometimes a lot of different countries, a lot of different time zones. So that's definitely a little bit of a feel out process. I used to always do, and I would probably do that if there's enough. I used to do a Saturday one for me because once again, sometimes, not that I don't trust the discipline of my traders, but, do I think most of them are still trading when the markets are open and they're only really closed for about 45 minutes? So, I think sometimes on a Saturday morning, having a cup of coffee and talking about how the week went, what we were looking at, I don't mind doing that. Jay started that. I like that one because it's truly a slot away from just completely being engrossed in charts and all that. So, and once again, I try and make it like I do in Discord. I just try and make it fun. I share, just a lot of different stuff that makes people think. Like, you hear us talk about Tom Hugard or Mark Douglas, or, we talk about those things. And some people I learned, and I just assumed everybody typically is struggling more often with their strategy. And I've learned in 2 seasons that people are struggle a lot with the psychological side of this. Like Robin's going to be in here. She's awesome, by the way.
Yep.
Those type of input, whether it comes from me, Hogue, you, Robin, I mean, those mental reps that we've all taken and pass on, from, Andre, Michael, all these things like today with Lance. I mean, those are golden nuggets. And
was that a great interview or what? We'll talk more about that in a minute. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Continue.
I mean, it's one of those things where, I think the big thing, and people who watch is, they say, well, what's the biggest difference between the floor and the screen now? And I think the learning curve to become a successful trader is harder now than what it was for me. I think the opportunity to get in and spend $50 and start trading, we've beaten that drum, a lot over the last month. That, I had to make 10 grand a month just to break even in my life, seat lease, mortgage, car payments, life. The cost to do business is less now, but once again, if you're in an island by yourself, it's just tough. So that once again, the content, like we're talking about, that you get is just, you got to soak all that shit in. I'm just telling you, after 30 years of being around this. So.
I believe you. I believe every word you're saying. Hey, Deshaun. Well, first, Deshaun, comment in the chat from Steven says, I feel like Deshaun is just secretly sitting there making trades. Is that true? Are you sitting there trading, Deshaun?
No. No.
Don't worry. I had a feeling. I didn't think you were. Don't worry. Second question. Full-time trading. Do you have a 9 to 5? Do you work outside of trading? Okay, cool. Is it something you're
No, I'm a
interested in?
full-time trader.
You are a full-time
You're-
trader. Okay, so this is
Yeah.
it.
So the start of
Chips are on
May
the table right
May
now.
2025. Yep. May
Oh,
2025
man.
is
Wow.
when I quit my last job and just went 100% trading.
Okay.
No, I said
How's the
2025. My bad.
transition?
2024.
2024. Oh,
So
so
you've been
over
at
a
it.
year. Yeah.
You've been at it over a year. Wow.
How has that transition been so far? Has it been a positive experience?
Yeah, it's positive.
Stressful?
Very
Stressful?
stressful.
Yeah.
But I got a lot of my time back. I can say that.
Yeah.
But it seems like I do work more now. Even though I got away from the job, but it seems like I got way more work to do now. Because I teach other people to
Mhm.
trade too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you consider? Does it feel like work, or is that something that you're really enjoying
It
doing?
it actually
That's the
doesn't.
question. Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get like real excited just to wake up in the morning, join my chat and just trade. We all trade
Awesome.
together.
That's good,
Mhm.
man. Give it back.
It's
I
real
love it.
good. Oh, speaking of giving back, we got one more dropping from our man Gabe, real quick. Update.
Oh, yeah.
Let's hear it.
Oh yeah, JD. For all the traders that are in here that had not heard the news this morning, we have announced that the winning day has now been reduced from $200 to $150 for a winning day to earn a payout. So you now only need 5 winning days of $150 at the minimum to be qualified for a payout. That's 50 less per day and 250 less total to qualify for a payout. And here's the best part: any $150 winning days that you've already logged in your account will count towards your next payout. Might seem like a small change, but this will definitely be a positive impact to traders, especially for those that are trading micros and looking for those base hits. But stay tuned. As MP said, this is really just the beginning of the drumbeat. There will be little to potentially larger updates week after week as we continue out through the rest of this year. But we're just looking to find more ways to continue to help traders get paid and to show that we've got your guys' back. And this is what we're doing. First step is to reduce the qualified dollar amount for a winning day for a payout, which is great. So I'm gonna pass it back to you there, JD.
Thank you, Gabe. Mike is already on my ass. Does that mean the hot streaks list gets reverted back to $150 instead of $200 to make the hot streaks list? Mike, I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
JD, man, it's great.
But man, yeah, that update pertains to any funded level account, XFA, live account, $150 down from 200, 5 days of $150 in profits. We got the feedback, we went through the data, and there you have it. It's a nice little bonus. All right. We got a couple minutes left. Deshaun, who's out there? Who's watching you right now? Who do you want to say hi to?
Want to say hi to everybody in the Discord. Hey to my mama, my brother, everybody that care about me and that I care about. And yeah, I got everybody watching.
watch?
You got
Awesome,
everybody watching.
awesome.
Cool.
Nice job. First time on Top Step TV. We'll have you back again. No problem. That's for sure. Number 71 on the big board. Taking payouts, making money, getting close to that funded trader. Tier 1 live performance bonus. Seems like you're doing everything right now. You're in Discord, you're in chat, you're teaching other traders, you're starting up a YouTube channel. What else? What else is on the agenda? What else do you got planned?
Right now I'm just focused on getting better and better and trading, trying to hit these next levels. You guys came out with that the new thing. If I can get my account equity to a certain amount, I can get access more to more contracts. So that's right now. That's the main goal.
There you go.
To more contracts.
Keep building that account value, and plus, the more you build your account value, the more bonuses you're going to get.
Right.
I keep beating the drum on this this live funded performance bonus tier structure. I just think it's incredible. You make $15,000, you get $1,000 bonus.
Yeah.
You make another $5,000 to get up to 20, and we'll give you $5,000. It's like 100% bonus right there. Make 5 to
Right.
get 5 after you hit tier 1. Tier 2 is very attractive bonus structure, and I mean, it's all for the trader's benefit. All you got to do is keep building that account. It doesn't matter if you take payouts either. We're basing it off of total P&L, not account value.
Right.
So keep that in mind also. But build that buffer. Keep jabbing away at it. I like where your head's at too. And you came in there. I know you wanted to take a trade. You didn't take a trade just because you weren't feeling it. And it's discipline. You know, it takes a lot of experience, a lot of maturity to be able to sit on your hands and not dive into the market. You know, just to take a trade. So that's a good sign also.
Shout out to Market Stalker D on telling people not to fade crude from when she came
Really?
on the
Where's it
air
at now?
because it's Tuesday and that thing is cooking.
Ripping. Just ripping.
Yep.
Last trade in crude 69.72. Woof.
And you worried about 68.20, JD, right?
69.72.
You're right. That's looked like a pipe dream. Yep.
Right? Did I expect it to rip
$1.50
$3 today? I did not see a $3 rip in crude oil coming today when we started things off. Again, we got long. Opening range, 1 minute opening range bar is the low of the day in crude oil. That low of the day regular trading hours is 67.07. We got long at 67.21. And yeah, we got out. 68.20 was our last cover. And it ripped another $1.50 after that. Should have held a runner. Why didn't we ever run Hoop? Why don't we ever? Whatever.
Whatever.
Real quick question for Deshaun from Kevin. JD, he says, can you ask Kevin when he knew he was ready to quit his day job and become a full-time trader?
Great question.
How did that look for you, Deshaun? How did you know you were ready?
It's a great question. I want to say, like, I was extremely profitable, and I was able to get out from my futures account and my options account, and I was making double from both my actual job. So I'm like, you know what? I'm already have confidence in the market. Let me have confidence in myself and just walk away from this. And if I need to, push come to shove, I can go back. But it's been green ever since then.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, Deshaun. We're happy for you. We're proud of you. You're doing all the right things, making all the right moves, and I'm sure we're just going to see your name go higher and higher on the list. Deshaun, everyone, number 71 on the big board. First time on Top Step TV. We're going to have you back again. Thanks for joining us, my man. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for talking with us, sharing your insights, your trading knowledge, and just being a great guy. Oop, I will catch you later,
nice
my
work,
man.
Sounds good, JD.
We are going to step aside. We've got Power Hour coming up. Aaron, number 31 on the big board, is coming in. He's going to be joined by Dolby and Andre to close out the day. See if we get some movement out of these equities markets. Don't be short in crude right now, folks. I say that as we downtick. All right, folks, we're going to take a short break. Power Hour coming up next. Top Step TV. Let's go.
All right, here we go. Number 31 on the big board on the right there, Mr. Barron in the house, cleanly shaven as well. Dolby time in the middle. Let's get right into it. Baron, thoughts on this market? Oil obviously taking off. We made new all-time highs in NASDAQ right off the opening bell. But here we are trading around the lows. Last trade, 23,482. Baron, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking we're pretty much just range bound. So you could long this low here and then try to trade it back up to these highs. At the 500s, maybe we get some momentum towards the end of the day back to the upside. But right now, it's a pretty tight range. It's I would say from 60s to 507. It's about a 50-point range, somewhere in there. Pretty tight overall. If you are trading this, I'd really just be looking for scalps unless we get a big pop of momentum to the upside.
Okay, so you said 460s to bottom side, 507 to the upside. All right, last trade, 23,479. Let's take a look at the ES, 6407. Oh, day 6,400 even. Take a look at crude. Wow, crude up big today on those headlines from the president. Essentially said oil prices are too low, but we'll get to that a little bit later. Last trade in crude, $69.39. Gold, tighter range today, about $23. Last trade, 33.24 half. Dolby time, thoughts? We got a range going here. What are we thinking?
We have a great range going on. World-class Dorito. in the NQ.
There you go.
It is a 1 hour Dorito pattern, higher lows, lower highs. We were talking about doing a just risk 10, make 10 sort of trade. My opinion, I think maybe like right here, right now for a long 480s up to the 500s, 500s down to the 480s. It's been doing that pretty consistently. So if we like doing
I
what the
think we
market's been
might.
doing,
We're getting pretty tight here on this range. I
Mhm.
think to the upside there could be a pop end of day.
end of day, I wouldn't be surprised if Nasdaq popped in today. I mean, Nasdaq loves going up and to the right. Any worries about 500s? I mean, it's kind of put the ceiling on Nasdaq here.
Yeah, the 500s. That's where we're seeing a lot of buying. On Bookmap, we're seeing a lot of buyers up there, but there's just no follow through. So passive sellers are just absorbing all those orders right when we get up to the 500 area. Last time we got up there, the buying just died off. When we got up there around, what is that, 1:30? Or sorry, we got up there around 2 Eastern. A lot of buying, just no further push up. So absorption up there. And then the last time we got up there on that last push up, it was just exhaustion. So we had absorption of buyers and then exhaustion of buyers. But we're also getting absorption of sellers at these lows. So really just looking for range bound plays at the moment, unless we get a big pop to one side or the other. There should be some momentum here towards the end is what I would expect.
Yeah. I mean, in the past,
like 460s, Baron. You got your eye in 460s. There'll be 480s. We get a little deeper pullback. Let's trade 23,478. 478. Yeah, I can see that. Look at the 5 minute. But before we get this party started, lower right hand corner of the screen, you got the countdown clock. 50 minutes till the closing bell. Upper left hand corner. Hashtag Power Hour. Hit us up at Top Step TV on the X. We'll be turning that good content here in a little bit. Baron, above, below. Those that are new, we're going to ask Baron, what will the price be on the close in the NASDAQ? I'm going to put a poll up. Will it be above or below said price? Baron, above, below NASDAQ on the close. What price?
23,510. It's right about where weekly VWAP is.
Okay.
Yeah,
510.
that's
Okay.
what I would look at.
510. All right, cool. Sounds good. Let's trade 23,479. Dolby time looking for what, 7.5s or so?
I mean, 7.5s are interesting. The thing is that we're in the higher lows here right now. It's right here, right now.
Yeah, it is.
So, I mean, if this ends up breaking down, that's just really bad luck because we've had 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5, 6, 7 touches. You know what I mean?
I'm going to
Except
try
it's
a long
streamer
here.
luck. Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to try a long here. We haven't came back up to that New York session VWAP or the overnight VWAP since that sell-off. So I think that should be a draw back up there.
All right, we're in with you. 5 MNQ. Risking 10. Making 10.
Okay. What price? You got
80s.
80s. Okay. 80s. Aaron, what'd you get?
I got 82.50.
82.50. Okay. See if we can buy this thing up. Quick Delta update: minus 6,400 in the ES, minus 4,600 in the NASDAQ. Let's trade in the ES. 6407. See if we can get this thing.
Ooh, entered and it just immediately goes against us.
Yeah, 70s trades.
Fun.
Hold this thing.
Let's
hold
Fun
this
time.
thing. Hold it.
Now it wants to break the bottom of the range. Okay.
Yeah.
I was a Dorito whisperer. Dorito can't behave itself. I talk about it all the time, how wonderful a pattern it is, and then try buying it up on the low. And then
60s. 60s might be the lower end. Look at the 5 minute here. Again, making new all-time highs in the NASDAQ right off the opening bell, 23,652. Wow, what a pop. Crude, huge rally today, up about $2 or so in the last hour and a half.
Dre, what was that comment? Who said oil prices aren't high enough?
President essentially said oil prices are too low, something to that effect.
Too low?
Yeah, I was talking about Russian sanctions and things along those lines and threw that in there, and we saw a huge rally in crude. Let's take a look at the tilt. 69% short crude right now. 50-50 in NASDAQ. 50-50 in 60% long in the ES.
I added
Okay.
a second.
You added.
What's your average price?
70, pretty much 80. 480.
Okay. All right. Long two. We work in 90s to the upside. Dolby time.
Well, we got stopped out, Trey. We got perfectly stopped out at 70. We were long 80,
Oh, they
stopped
got
out
us?
70 to the tick.
Okay.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Do the tick. I had a little
To the
bit wider
tick.
stop on that.
Oh, nice.
I had 12 and a half
Let's see.
points for the stop.
A game of ticks, Baron. Been learning that lesson the hard way this week and last
Game of
week.
tick.
It is a game of ticks. That stop, one tick higher, one tick lower, that could make the difference of a couple hundred or minus a couple hundred. All it takes.
I've seen it too many times. Getting stopped by a tick, and then the trade goes your direction, and you're like, "Oh my god, why didn't I just move the stop, or why didn't I
Yep.
enter 10 seconds
Then you
later,
can't.
whatever it is?"
Right? You don't want to build a habit of just walking your stop down every single time, thinking you can dodge a stop run, because that doesn't build a great habit. Eventually, that catches up to
No,
you.
do not move stops. That's one thing I do not do. I only move
Number
stops
one.
towards my position.
Yeah.
Trailing stop.
Trailing stop?
Yeah,
Sure.
it's essentially.
Okay. ES 6408 last trade there. NASDAQ 23,480. Low day 23,438. Aaron is in. Got that pull up above low 23,510. Those are looking right now. Okay, we can close it. It's like they're saying below, Baron, below 56%.
A lot of people below.
Yeah, we're below right now.
And that looks like we just had exhaustion of sellers at that low. Not much selling pressure down there. So exhaustion of buyers, exhaustion of sellers.
Everyone's
That's how you make
exhausted.
it rain.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes, it is. Could we? Okay. As long from 80. If we could pull back again.
75 is going to be interesting. 75, 73s.
Yeah. See that. ES going to grind a little higher. Take a look at the ladder. Anything jumping off. You see that 1500 lot in the NQ, but they pulled it. And nothing really on the ladder just yet. We got 14 minutes till the bottom of the hour. 34 minutes till MOC.
Was that 1500 on the bid or the offer?
It was on the ask. What was it? 35? 635, I do believe. They pulled it, but that was right off the open, and we did make all-time highs. It didn't get filled, but definitely went up there. 3,478. 60s maybe, Dolby?
60s? Yeah. High 60s. Maybe like right below 70. Like 68 quarter. Would be interesting. There's some wicks down there. We could see if the market tries to stop run. Get a little 5 lot in. Hold on.
My eye on the
Can't really
news.
make
Nothing.
higher highs right now. We'll see if we can make higher highs.
Exhaustion on both sides. Stay patient. Stay locked in. We'll see what happens again after the bell. We also have some earnings: Visa, Starbucks, and EA Sports.
It's in the game.
In the game. There it is. Thank you. After the bell. Huge day tomorrow. We got FOMC. We got earnings.
Can we redo that? That was a little unenthusiastic on my side.
Okay. After the bell, we've got Visa, we've got Starbucks, and we have EA Sports.
It's in the game.
Thank you. There you go. After
There
the
it
bell.
is.
Yep. Make sure you tune in at the buzzer. They'll be all over that.
I think it's more than just EA Sports, though. I think it's just EA as a whole. Right?
Yeah.
Well, that's not how the saying goes. EA Sports. Game.
You got to do it right, Dre. You can't half
Thank
pass
you.
it. Like,
Well, I was supposed to tee him up on that one. Hit me, Gabe. Where's Gabe coming in here?
I feel like Gabe can do it pretty well.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
It's in the game.
Oh, that was good.
There you
Done.
go.
Absolutely. What else we got tomorrow? We got rates tomorrow, of course. Then we got Powell. We got a press conference with Powell. Huge earnings as well. We got Microsoft, Meta, Robinhood. Coming at you.
Then Apple the day after too.
And Amazon, yep. Make sure you tune in. Top Step TV got wall to wall coverage starting at 1 p.m. Central. 52% below, Baron. 52% below 23,510.
How many iPhones do we think Apple sold? Million, billion, trillion iPhones? Their
Oh, we
only
got a new one
product right
Probably
now?
less. Probably less.
Probably less.
Then a
Investors
million
didn't
billion.
like that. Yeah,
Well,
we'll
I feel
see.
like
How many?
most people, like the phones have gotten to a point where there's not really a point to upgrade.
Running
No,
out of ideas. That's what I
they
say.
are running out of ideas. I still
There's
like
cameras.
my iPhone Mini 13. It's in the palm of my hand. Doesn't stress out my thumb. Totally works. Never want to upgrade. They stopped making them. Right? I don't need like a DVD screen in my pocket. Old DVD player.
I remember those portable DVD players.
Mm-hmm. Wow, do you really, Baron? I thought you were
I do.
too young to be into portable DVD
No,
players.
no. We had whenever we went to the airport, my mom brought a portable DVD player for us.
What do you do with iPads now?
No, that's all they got.
All right. ES pulled back a couple points, 64.06. NASDAQ did the same.
I'm looking for 69.5.
69, okay.
69.5.
This is not looking great for the range trade.
Should I pull this order? You pull the
Yeah, it's
order?
just not
You're in it
looking-
now. It's such
I mean,
a
I'm
tight
holding
range.
it.
86 to 70.
I've only got
We
12
should
points
be able
of
to get
risk on.
You think
Go get
69,
two points.
Stolby?
Yeah, 69.5. It's like just below the last little 1 minute candle. And we haven't been able to get below
is.
68.5 since 40, almost an hour ago. The range is tight. It's small though.
It is. Volume is tapering off as well. 10 minutes till the bottom of the hour. See what happens. Wait, they might just want to hold it.
We did have
50-50 on the tilt.
Mm-hmm.
there is still just seller exhaustion at that low in the 70s. Only
How do
getting
you
like
define
very
that?
small.
What does that look like to you?
It's just lack of volume. Lack of volume. So absorption
Lack of volume.
is where you have high volume, but you'll have a bunch of buy orders coming in, but the market's not
Mhm.
moving up, or you have a bunch of sell orders coming in, the market's not moving down. Exhaustion is essentially where you just run out of buyers or sellers at that level.
Got it. Okay.
They're similar concepts, but they're slightly different.
So one's high volume, one's low volume.
Yeah, exactly.
Watch the volume, right? Always watching the volume. Tells the story. There you go. A little bit of buying coming in there. But yes, I see that bearing with the exhaustion. Downside and upside. With that being said, 23,477 now trades. Take a look at the ladder. Anything on the ladder in the NASDAQ? Nope. 5 on the bid, 5 on the ask. Take a look at the ES. 30 on the bid, 30 on the ask for now. 9 minutes till the bottom of the hour. Aaron is still in. Working those 69s, Dolby?
Yep. 69.5.
Yep.
Dakota's favorite number.
Yes, it is.
One's for you, buddy.
That was favorite number was 420.
I love it.
Is that Eddie's?
That's Eddie's favorite number.
How's he doing?
Better indeed. He's on the comeback
that.
for sure. Spoke to him. I know Hogue speaks to him a lot more than I do, but yes, spirits up, saying he misses everyone and might make an appearance upcoming weeks or so.
Oh, sweet.
478. Seen a little bit of market orders coming in here in the NASDAQ. Hogue, how are we looking on Delta? I'm gonna hammer this thing. 70 lot to the downside in the NASDAQ. 23,471. It's 69 times.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
A little wiggly here. Very ever so slightly. Any size on this?
We need to push. We need to push through.
92s, 450s.
Mm-hmm.
There's just no volume in the market right now. It's just dead.
Yet.
Yeah, that is the correct.
Yeah.
Correct saying there.
Here. It is getting tighter, but right now, I mean, yeah, we'll wait. We'll see if this delta continues to build up. We might have something cooking here. Just gotta wait. Okay, it is. In the ES,
Yeah, the delta is continuing to drop, but market's not moving lower.
negative. Yeah,
And we're getting. We did have larger sellers come in now.
Mhm.
It's hard to read this. It's hard to read this right now.
There's so much news. Market has so many reasons to not do anything. FOMC tomorrow, earnings reports.
Gold grinding a little higher here.
Ooh.
Bucks.
All right, we're in. We are in.
Got 69s.
Oh, I just got
This thing.
Let's try to range trade this.
big seller coming in.
And we get our 10 points.
340 volume down at that 68 level. See if that gets absorbed. Or see if they want to take it lower.
5 from 69, Dolby.
5 MNQ, 469 half.
Cool. Last trade. 66, 23,468. ES, catching a bit of a bid. 64.05, last trade there. Gold grinding a little higher, 33.26. I did gold 33.32 on the hour in 6 minutes. 6 minutes. Working, what are we working here, Dolby? 80s or so?
Yeah, 79.
Mhm.
3/4. Trying to get our 10. 10 for 10.